Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app. From the Cavelli Center in Youngstown, Ohio, it's our time, it's our town. It's Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Saturday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 43 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Muskingham Lumberjacks. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of your Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action tonight on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. Phantoms and Muskegon were in action last night here at the Cavelli Center, a game in which the Phantoms came away with a 3-1 victory. Youngstown got on the board first. 4:56 into the first period was Matt Cassidy scoring on the breakaway off a beautiful pass from Jason Dobay, Cassidy's 14th goal of the season, and Youngstown led 1-0. They would double that lead at the 7:25 mark of the second period. Jan Karn with his 5th goal of the year put home the rebound of a Jason Dobay shot. John Beaton also getting an assist on that goal, and Youngstown led 2-0. Muskegon got on the board at the 10:14 mark of the third period. It was Cameron Berg scoring a shorthanded goal, his 17th of the season. Dylan Wendt and Hank Kempf getting the assists on that goal, and Muskegon cut the lead in half at 2-1. But as they continued to push for the tying goal, they could get no closer, and Ben Schoen scored on the empty net with 33.4 remaining in regulation. Schoener's 2nd goal of the season. Aiden Gallagher, your captain, got the lone assist on that goal, and that's how Youngstown came away with the 3-1 victory. John Williams took the loss in net for Muskegon. He stopped 14 out of 16. Dominic Bassi got the win for the Phantoms. He stopped 19 out of 20. Muskegon power play was 0 for 4. Youngstown power play was 0 for 3. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have tonight's Scratch Report, which is presented by Britton Gallagher, and our starting lineups, which are presented by the Starting Lineup Barbershop in downtown Youngstown. You're listening to the pregame show on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
If you want to prevent or recover from an injury, learn how to safely push the bounds of your own limitations, or hone your performance for demanding physical activities, UPMC Sports Medicine can help. Their experts use cutting-edge science-based rehabilitation techniques to speed recovery and restore function while focusing on injury prevention, nutrition, conditioning, and activity-specific training for all ages and skill levels. Young or old, pro or amateur, UPMC Sports Medicine has the expertise, advanced technology, and services for athletes. UPMC Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms. Everyone loves a good flow, but even the best lettuce needs a cleanup. The Starting Lineup is your one-stop shop for all of your grooming needs. Try out the Starting Lineup Spa and get a manicure and pedicure all in one location. Give them a call and set up an appointment today. Call 330-781-0115. That's 330-781-0115. Walk-ins are also accepted. The Starting Lineup, making you look like the best you. The Starting Lineup is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Calling all Phantoms fans 12 and under. Sign up for Sparky's Kids Crew. For just $25, you get 10 game tickets, a Phantoms hat, a drawstring bag, discounts at the team shop, plus the opportunity to be a part of the fan tunnel during Friday night games and attend the special Kids Crew pickup party. Have your parents call 330-747-7825 to sign up today. That's 330-747-7825.
Back for a second season is the Pizza Hut Party Pack. Get 4 tickets, 1 large pizza, 4 drinks, and 4 autographed player cards for only $39.99. Nothing says Phantoms hockey like Pizza Hut pizza for the whole family. Call 330-747-7825 for your tickets today. Advanced purchase is necessary. Available for select games only.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center during the pregame show here between the Youngstown Phantoms and the Muskingham Lumberjacks. It is time for tonight's Scratch Report, which is presented by Britton Gallagher. We will start with the visiting Muskingham Lumberjacks. You can scratch number 2, Dylan Davies, number 15, Jack Williams, number 26, Tanner Kelly, number 27, John Druskinis, and number 28, Dylan Gratton. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 6, Cade Limber, number 25, Caden Lewandowski, and number 91, Austin May. That was tonight's Scratch Report presented by Britton Gallagher. And now for the starting lineups, which are presented by the Starting Lineup Barbershop in downtown Youngstown. We will begin with the visiting Muskingham Lumberjacks, who enter tonight's game with an 18-24-0 record. Their 40 points put them in 5th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of West Orange, New Jersey, and committed to Harvard, number 10, Alex Gaffney. Centering the top line for the Jacks out of Sherbrooke, Quebec, and committed to Quinnipiac, number 19, Christoph Fillion. On the right wing out of Sologorsk, Belarus, number 7, Viktor Masalevich. On defense out of Wilmette, Illinois, and committed to Cornell, number 24, Hank Kempf. And out of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, committed to the University of Nebraska at Omaha, number 22, Jacob Gevin. In net out of Easton, Connecticut, and committed to the University of Massachusetts at Lowell, number 1, Eric Green. He enters tonight's game with a 4-5-0-0 record, a 3.96 goals against average, and a .862 save percentage. Muskegon is coached by Mike Hamilton, assisted by Josh Nelson and Ryan Kosecki. And now for your Youngstown Phantoms, who enter tonight's game with a 17-19-5-1 record. Their 40 points put them in 6th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Williamsville, New York, and committed to Harvard, number 16, Trevor Kuntar. Centering the top line for the Phantoms out of Ryazan, Russia, number 11, Georgy Merkulov. On the right wing out of Medford, New Jersey, and committed to Ohio State, number 20, Matt Cassidy. On defense out of Weymouth, Massachusetts, number 5, Jason Dobey, and out of Cold Springs, Minnesota, number 4, Nikolai Jensen. In net, out of Alexandria, Virginia, committed to Colorado College and the draft property of the Chicago Blackhawks, is number 22, Dominic Bassi. He enters tonight's game with an 11-11-3-0 record, a 3.56 goals against average, a .883 save percentage, and 1 shutout. The Phantoms head coach and general manager is Mr. Brad Patterson. The associate head coach is Jeff Potter, and the assistant coach is Nick Peruzzi. The equipment manager is Michael Bingham, and the athletic trainer is Joe Zadar. Officials for tonight's game, the referees will be Tyler Haskell and Jake Music. The linesmen will be Brian Gorkoff and C.J. Murray. Just about 7.5 minutes remaining before starting lineups, the national anthem, and puck drop here at the arena. We're going to go ahead and step aside for one more timeout. And when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at MillerBrothersStaffing.com.
Back for a second season is the Pizza Hut Party Pack. Get 4 tickets, 1 large pizza, 4 drinks, and 4 autographed player cards for only $39.99. Nothing says Phantoms hockey like Pizza Hut pizza for the whole family. Call 330-747-7825 for your tickets today. Advanced purchase is necessary. Available for select games only.
The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is the official hotel of the Youngstown Phantoms. They invite all Phantoms fans to stay with them at the IHD Torchbearer award-winning hotel. With the most convenient location in Youngstown, business and leisure travelers alike will enjoy close proximity to I-76, I-80, I-680, and the Ohio-PA Turnpike. Leisure travelers can also enjoy the many attractions the Mahoning Valley has to offer, whether visiting family at YSU, events at the Cavelli Center, or trying your luck at the Hollywood Gaming Racino. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is committed to your 100% satisfaction, and they'll go the extra mile to earn it. From the moment you wake up, you'll feel at home. From the hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, to a sundry shop for those items you forgot. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West, a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Hey Youngstown, are you ready to drink in the rink? That's right, drink in the rink with the Youngstown Phantoms. Every Saturday home game we're offering $1 hot dogs until the end of the first intermission and $1 draft beers until the end of the second intermission. Plus you can head up to the crossbar for some axe throwing all game long. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets or more information. That's 330-747-7825.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
For all of your residential and commercial lawn care needs, including fertilizing, landscaping, and more, call Rob at Talego Lawn Care Services. And when the leaves begin to fall, call Talego Lawn Services for professional leaf removal. And of course, when the snow flies, call Talego Lawn Services for expert residential and commercial snow removal and salting. Call 330-718-4725 and speak with Rob at Talego Lawn Care Services, your all-around lawn care and property maintenance expert.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at millerbrothersstaffing.com.
Britton Gallagher has all the insurance coverage you and your family needs. Their experienced, passionate client team offers personalized recommendations and specialized protection best suited for you. Located in downtown Cleveland on East 9th Street, Britton Gallagher has provided risk management solutions for over 75 years. Whether it's your home, car, or any valuable possessions, Britton Gallagher delivers you the best insurance coverage. Visit BrittonGallagher.com for more information. Britton Gallagher, strategy, execution, service.
Are you earning interest on your checking account? With free Kasasa checking, you can earn up to 39 times more interest, plus refunds on your ATM fees. Ask for Kasasa at Cortland Bank, member FDIC. Qualifications and rules apply. Visit cortlandbank.com/Kasasa for details. If you want to prevent or recover from an injury, learn how to safely push the bounds of your own limitations, or hone your performance for demanding physical activities, UPMC Sports Medicine can help. Their experts use cutting-edge science-based rehabilitation techniques to speed recovery and restore function while focusing on injury prevention, nutrition, conditioning, and activity-specific training for all ages and skill levels. Young or old, pro or amateur, UPMC Sports Medicine has the expertise, advanced technology, and services for athletes. UPMC Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
The Youngstown Phantoms are ready to kick off the 2019-2020 season, and new this year are Friday Family Fun Nights. Every Friday night, kids 12 and under can get in for just $5. Plus, their ticket includes a free cotton candy, free popcorn, and a free 8-ounce soft drink. So get down to the PHAMILY Center for every Friday home game and enjoy Family Fun Night. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets today. That's 330-747-7825.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
PAI is a leading independent mid-market ERP software developer known for flexible, cost-effective solutions that automate critical business functions for wholesale distributors, manufacturers, and specialty retailers. Many mid-sized manufacturing, wholesale distributing, and retail companies struggle with being able to bring into their business ERP software solutions that will allow them to compete with larger enterprises. When you're looking at applications like mobile analytics and commerce, mid-sized companies require solutions that can provide end-to-end capabilities rather than having to buy and implement all the hardware and applications themselves. On-premise or cloud-based, S2K Enterprise Software offers mid-sized growth companies the advanced technology they require to improve efficiencies, reduce costs, and grow, all in one easy-to-deploy and support environment. With built-in analytic and intelligence, S2K Enterprise ERP solutions provide companies with the ability to confidently make smarter decisions that better address real-time business imperatives. VAI is a proud partner with the Youngstown Phantoms. Everyone loves a good flow, but even the best lettuce needs a cleanup. The Starting Lineup is your one-stop shop for all of your grooming needs. Try out the Starting Lineup Spa and get a manicure and pedicure all in one location. Give them a call and set up an appointment today. Call 330-781-0115. That's 330-781-0115. Walk-ins are also accepted. The Starting Lineup, making you look like the best you. The Starting Lineup is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Hey Youngstown, are you ready to drink in the rink? That's right, drink in the rink with the Youngstown Phantoms. Every Saturday home game we're offering $1 hot dogs until the end of the first intermission and $1 draft beers until the end of the second intermission. Plus you can head up to the crossbar for some axe throwing all game long. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets or more information. That's 330-747-7825.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
PAI is a leading independent mid-market ERP software developer known for flexible, cost-effective solutions that automate critical business functions for wholesale distributors, manufacturers, and specialty retailers. Many mid-sized manufacturing, wholesale distributing, and retail companies struggle with being able to bring into their business ERP software solutions that will allow them to compete with larger enterprises. When you're looking at applications like mobile analytics and commerce, mid-sized companies require solutions that can provide end-to-end capabilities rather than having to buy and implement all the hardware and applications themselves. On-premise or cloud-based, S2K Enterprise Software offers mid-sized growth companies the advanced technology they require to improve efficiencies, reduce costs, and grow, all in one easy-to-deploy and support environment. With built-in analytic and intelligence, S2K Enterprise ERP solutions provide companies with the ability to confidently make smarter decisions that better address real-time business imperatives. VAI is a proud partner with the Youngstown Phantoms. Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
the Boardman High School Band with a lovely rendition of our national anthem. Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you, bringing you the action on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. Regular season game number 43 for your Phantoms. So far against Muskegon this season, the Phantoms are 4-1. Won the first 3 games of the season against the Jacks before Muskegon took the last matchup December 31st up in Muskegon by the score of 4-2. Riley Funk and Trevor Kuntar the most points between the two teams in the matchup. Funk and Kuntar both with 5 points in 5 games. Cameron Berg has 3 points against the Phantoms, as does Tanner Edwards, Hank Kempf, and Dylan Wendt. Merkulov and Filiev at center ice. Puck is down and we are on our way. Merkulov wins it back to Jensen. D to Dobé, up ahead to Kuntar into the zone. Down the left side. Tried to swing one toward the cage. Defended off by Gavin. It's Gavin with the puck. He'll float it ahead to Filian, up to Masalevich, and now chipped back into the Muskegon zone by Youngstown. Cassidy is the first one to it, carries it behind the cage on his backhand, tried to bring it out in front, centering pass, get it over to Merkulov, who threw a backhander through the blue paint. Up to the point, it's Dobé chipping one toward the cage. That got blocked in front by Gavin and cleared down the ice by Muskegon. Picked up by Dobé. He'll turn and send one back out to center. Dumped back in by Dunbar. Muskegon was offside. They'll have to touch up. Masalevich ahead of the play. He'll go off for a line change. Dobé bringing it ahead. Out to center. He'll chip it off the stick of Josh DeLuca, who's able to play it over to Merrick. Chips it into the Muskegon zone. Green out to play it up the near side. Over to Wendt, and now out to center. Bringing it ahead is Knuble. Up ahead for Pitlick. Drop back for Wendt. Carries it around the cage. Turns. Fires on the back door. They score. Rhett Pitlick left all alone at the bottom of the right circle. Slaps home the one-timer. Nothing Dominic Bassey could do on that one. And a minute 12 seconds into the game, Muskegon has a 1-0 lead. For Pitlick, that will be goal number 13 on the season. Beaton wins the draw back to Lyndon Alger. He'll skate in his own end, go D to D over to the captain, Aiden Gallagher. Chipped ahead off the stick of Riley Funk, but couldn't bring it into the zone. Sent right back by Muskegon, but that goes to Aiden Gallagher. He will fire it into the Muskegon end, sent out to center by Konovalov. Dumped right back in by the Phantoms. Green stops it behind the net and sets it up for McCollum. McCollum up ahead to center. Couldn't find Gushin. Deflected by Gallagher. Up ahead. Gets it to Beaton. Beaton into the zone. Crisscrosses between the circle, tried to drop it back for a man, but it's poked out the center by Gushin. Phantoms have it at the line. Alger dumps it in. McCollum's going to be the first one to it as the Phantoms are changing the forwards behind the play. McCollum turns it over to Beaton. Has Kern there with him. He'll get the puck to Yon. Kern at the half wall. Fires one toward the cage. Shoulder saved by Green. Settled down behind the cage by Beaton. Takes a shot from McCollum, gets the puck right back, tries to step out in front, but McCollum knocked him over, and the puck is cleared out to center by Muskegon. Down the ice, no icing here. Gallagher turns, picks it up, sends it right back to center for the touch by Ando. Over to Jake Swade, to Schoen, and dumped cross corner to the far side. Floats behind the cage for Green, plays it back where it came, trying to find a man on the half wall. That was Gaffney. Getting in the way of that was Ben Schoen. Tried to send it behind the cage, maybe around for Jake Swade, but Muskegon does get it cleared out to center, and bringing it ahead is Cameron Berg. Kirkhoff with the man. Taking a shot was Konovalov. Rose up high over the glass and sent back out to center. Schoen carrying it ahead into the zone, 1-on-4. Gets bumped off his line, lost the puck. Picking it up, but now blowing a tire of his own is Gavin. Phantoms had the puck back momentarily, but does squirt out the center where it's picked up by Nikolai Jensen. He'll fire it right back in. Green can't stop this one up, but the Phantoms are changing behind the play. With the puck, it's Masalevich. Over to Kempf, and now up at center for Filian. Can't get past Jensen into the zone. It'll roll to Dobé in his own end. He'll carry it around the cage, spins away from Masalevich, and gets it over to Jensen. Nick ahead at center, was trying to find Merkulov. That's touched away by Dunbar. Bounces to Kuntar, who sends it back to Dobay in his own end. Jason retreating D to D over to Jensen on the far side. Carrying it ahead into the neutral zone and ahead trying to get the stick of Matt Cassidy to redirect it into the zone, but it bounces right back to Jensen. Now he'll play it into the zone for Merkulov. Hit a Muskegon's stick and now bounces out to center. Bringing it ahead is Pitlick. Pitlick down the left side. Tried a centering pass that's knocked away by Merkulov as he was trying to find Fillion on the far side. In the near corner now, Caleb Price knocks it over to Merkulov, who carries it around the cage far side and brings it out to neutral. Across the center ice logo, Merkulov into the zone. On a backhander shot on Green. Puck is loose in the crease, and somehow Green keeps it out. Tricky backhand shot by Georgi Merkulov. And somehow Eric Green manages to keep it out of the net. 15:56 left in this first period, which is presented by Kalos Resource. Face-off will be to the left of Green. It'll be Merrick to take the draw against Knuble. Face-off warning on Knuble, and Merrick wins the draw back to Gallagher at the point. Aiden, little trouble with it, able to shovel it down the half wall to Merrick. Tried to send it down in the corner instead into the slot. Hit off a man and bounced out to center. Picked up there by Alger. He will wrap it back in the boards. Dom, down low to Merrick, around the kick plate to Alger near side. Turns and fires one on the net, he scores! Redirected in front by Garrett Dom! You do not know the power of the dark side! Garrett Dom, with goal number 2 on the year, gets the Phantoms on the board. We have a tie game at 4:24. Phantoms bring out Beaton, Funk, and Kern. Price and Borshov on the back end. Borshov back in the lineup after serving his 2-game suspension for a secondary altercation. As the Jacks control the faceoff, they send it into the Youngstown zone. Picked up by Borshov, sent right back out to center. Off of Kern, ahead to Riley Funk. Funk takes a big hit from Tanner Edwards at the blue line, loses the puck. Jacks clear it out to center. Bouncing down the ice, this will be icing on the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Great job of playing possum there by Artem Borshov. So we have on the Phantoms goal Dom from Alger and Merrick at 4:24. Face off to the left of Green, shown to take the draw. Wins the draw to Slade. Back to the point to Price. Pumps one on the cage, but that is blocked in the slot. Rebound sent toward the net by Schoen. That is answered by the pad of Green and sent out to center. Jacks pick it up there. It's Gaffney, but has it swept away from behind nicely by Ben Schoen. Over to Ando. Slides it to Price. Now ahead for Borshov. Artie to Ando. Across the red line and into the zone. To Schoen. Back down low for Ando. He's in the far corner. Plays it behind the cage. Swade gets knocked down by Hank Kempf. Don't know about that one, but play continues. Kempf bringing it ahead. Touched into the zone by Lissac. Bounces over the cage and off the end while Lissac is actually the first one to it. Carries it up to the top of the right circle. Cycles it down for Berg. Berg gets tied up with Borshov and plays it over to Schoen, who takes a big hit in the corner off the shoulder of Pitlick. But the Phantoms get control of the puck and bringing it ahead is Borshov from center ice. He will fire one in on Green. Rebound goes into the near corner. Kuntar had it momentarily. Now it's stolen by Merkulov. Merkulov down the wall to Kuntar. Back to Merkulov, but the pass was in his skates. He couldn't quite handle it. Battling for it in the circle against Dunbar. Finally pops free of that mini scrum and comes free for the Jacks to bring ahead to center. Pitlick into the zone. Drops it back for Berg, but the pass was behind him. He was just able to get a little bit of his stick on it and leave it there for Kuntar. Merkulov into the zone, right circle, trying to get back to Kuntar, gets it back on his own, takes a shot, Dobay follows up, rings it off the bar! Dobay, his own rebound, centering attempt knocked away by Muskegon. It's Dunbar with it, sweeping it over to the far wall. Picked up by Berg, he'll retreat in his own end, send it behind the cage to Masalevich. floating ahead check. That's not Masalevich, that's Rassinen. He'll send it into the Youngstown zone to Dobe. Turned right over at center to Pitlick. Floats it down low for Fillion. Takes a shot. Bassi makes a save. Follow-up save by Masalevich. Bassi makes another save. 13-15 left in the period. 1-1. Cassidy sweeps it into the zone. Comes around near side. Merrick tried to touch it down low. Muskingham got in the way of that, and it pops out the center. Bringing it ahead down the right side with some speed is Fillion. Fillion on his backhand. Trips over the side of the cage and turns it over. Dom bumped off the puck by Wendt, but it bounces over to Borshov, who gets it out to center for Jacob Felker. He'll get knocked off the puck by Gevin, and it's the Jacks with it, but now they'll turn it over to Merrick. Turns it, sweeps one toward the cage, missed it wide. Dom hunting for that loose puck. Sends it down into the corner for Jan Kern. Kern pulls up, tried to center for Merrick at the side of the right circle, but it went past him and all the way down the ice to Bassi. Dom sets it up for Larkin. Comes near corner for Price. Knocked off of the puck by Wendt. Comes up to the point. Shot is blocked into the corner where it's picked up by Gushin. Defended by Larkin. Leaves it there in the corner, trying to get it back to Wendt, but it bounces off of Price, but now back to Wendt. Centering attempt. Loose in the low slot. Knubel gets it back to Gushin, who sweeps it just wide of the cage. Knubel with it now in the corner. Sends it up the far wall to Wendt. Battling for it against Dom, and Dom comes away with the puck. He will turn and float it out to center, looking for Jan Kern, but that's going to bounce to Grant Doctor. Out of the lineup last night, back in tonight. Sends it D to D over to McCollum and snapped ahead. No icing here as it was chipped into the zone. Gallagher, little trouble with it in the corner, but now regathers, sends it to the line off of Riley Funk, who turns and gets it ahead to John Beaton. Beaton into the zone. Took a shot, fanned on it mostly, and might have been affected by Grant Doctor as well. Behind the cage, it's the Jacks picking it up and bringing it ahead. That's Edwards. In front of his own bench, he blows the tire and turns it over to Beaton. Beaton back into the zone. Little toe drag, trying to force his way toward the cage. Runs into Green, and will have a whistle. An immediate timeout. 11:24 left in the first period. Phantoms and the Lumberjacks knotted up at 1. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
If you want to prevent or recover from an injury, learn how to safely push the bounds of your own limitations, or hone your performance for demanding physical activities, UPMC Sports Medicine can help. Their experts use cutting-edge science-based rehabilitation techniques to speed recovery and restore function while focusing on injury prevention, nutrition, conditioning, and activity-specific training for all ages and skill levels. Young or old, pro or amateur, UPMC Sports Medicine has the expertise, advanced technology, and services for athletes. UPMC Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Back inside the Cavelli Center. 11:24 left in the first period. Youngstown Phantoms and Muskegon Lumberjacks knotted at 1. Was Rhett Pitlick getting Muskegon on the board minute 12 into the game with his 13th of the season, but the Phantoms tied it at 4:24 thanks to the second goal of the year for Garrett Dom, which I'm going to be putting on Twitter right now. Of course, if you aren't following the Phantoms on Twitter, you absolutely should be. That is at YTown Phantoms. Ozone draw for Youngstown to the left of Green. Shown to take the draw against Berg, and Berg wins it back to Dunbar. Rolls behind the cage. DeLuca battling for it. Comes up near side for Lissac, however, and he will force it out to center for Muskegon. Lissac has it poked away by Schoen, but his stick is tied up, able to just barely get it free. Tried to poke it ahead for Ando, but it's going to roll to Dunbar. Retreating into his own end. Dances away from the stick check of Ando, plays it up to Lissac, who redirects it into the Youngstown zone. Along the end wall, it's Berg, tying up Gallagher, but coming away with the puck is Alger. Hooked up slightly by Lissac, no penalty upcoming, and Alger able to force the play back out into the neutral zone. Dumped in by Muskegon, no icing on this one as Alger plays it around near side for Ando to send back out to center as Josh DeLuca throws a big hit right in front of his own bench. Dumped back in by Muskegon. Bassey sets it up for Alger. Over to Gallagher near side. Played out to center, but Maslevich gets in the way and comes away with the biscuit. Got it to Pitlick. He couldn't get past Kuntar. Bouncing puck at center. Settles down for Cassidy. Over to Merkulov. Back down low for Cassidy. Centering attempt for Kuntar. Couldn't stuff it home as he blew by the blue paint. Maslevich trying to get it away from Cassidy. Tied up along the near boards. Kuntar pried it free, but that's going to bounce to Muskegon and out to center. Maslevich bringing it ahead. Throws it far side for Pitlick, but ahead of the play was Fillion. Offside are the Lumberjacks. 10:05 left in this first period, which is presented by Kalos Resource. Face off in the neutral zone. Just outside the Youngstown line, Merkulov to take the draw against Knubel. Face-off warning on Merkulov. And Knubel wins the draw. Back to Dylan Wendt. Dumps it into the zone, bounces off of Bassey's stick, able to sweep it over to Gallagher. And now a cross-ice feed by Gushin, and Wendt taps it home. Turnover by Gallagher, ends up in the back of the Phantoms' net. Dylan Wendt, his 8th goal of the year, gives Muskegon a 2-1 lead. Time of that goal, 10:05. Dylan Wendt, his 4th point of the year against the Phantoms. First goal, though, but in just his 3rd game against Youngstown. Youngstown controls the draw. Borshaw plays it into the Muskegon end. Merrick digging for it, kicks it free, has it, takes a shot, got blocked away to the end wall. Wraparound attempt by Felker is swept just wide, and rebound bounces all the way out to center. Borshaw retreats for it in his own end to Larkin, up ahead at center for Dom to redirect into the zone. Comes around near side. Rassinen trying to get it away from Felker, but it comes through to Merrick. He'll send it around the kick plate to Larkin at the far point. Down the wall to Garrett Dom. Battling for it there along the wall against Knubel. Still stuck at that half wall. Phantoms trying to pry the puck free. Dom has it free for just a moment, but Knubel's able to force it down low. Taken away by Dom, centering attempt looking for Felker. Stolen away by Muskegon. They'll bring it back through center. Gushin lost the puck to Larkin, but it bounced back to Dunbar, but he'll turn it over to Merrick. Into the zone, top left circle, took a shot. Green makes the easy glove save. A little trouble with the rebound, but he will cover it up, and there are no Phantoms. Buzzing around the blue paint, we'll have a timeout. Media timeout with 8:54 left in the first. Muskegon leads 2-1. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
Britton Gallagher has all the insurance coverage you and your family needs. Their experienced, passionate client team offers personalized recommendations and specialized protection best suited for you. Located in downtown Cleveland on East 9th Street, Britton Gallagher has provided risk management solutions for over 75 years. Whether it's your home, car, or any valuable possessions, Britton Gallagher delivers you the best insurance coverage. Visit BrittonGallagher.com for more information. Britton Gallagher, strategy, execution, service.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center, 8:54 left in the first period. Muskegon leads 2-1. Most recent goal came off the stick of Dylan Wendt. His 8th of the year, ozone draw for Youngstown, but however, it's won by Muskegon, sent around the boards by Kempf over to Edwards. He'll carry it ahead to center, trying to chip it ahead to Berg, but he's knocked off the puck by Jason Dobay. Poked down low, centering attempt by Muskegon, knocked away by Dobay, out to the point, kept in by Kempf, cycles it around the boards. It's going to come near side for Konovalov, but it's chipped out to center by Kuntar. Phantoms have a 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Kuntar to Cassidy, to Merkulov, back to Kuntar! Somehow Green makes a save. It's still loose in the blue paint. Green covers. Pretty passing by the Phantoms, but Eric Green comes up huge in the Muskegon crease. Trevor Kuntar trying to plead his case. I don't know if the He's saying the puck crossed the line for a Muskegon defender, covered it. Great play by the Phantoms, but a better save by Muskegon. So face-off will be to the right of Green. It'll be Merkulov to take the draw against Berg. Back to the point to Dobé. Phantoms win it. Dobé takes a shot. Green makes a pad save. Rebound thrown toward the cage on a sharp angle by Kuntar. Bounces off the pad of Green out to the point to Jensen. Has it loose in his skates, couldn't control it, and Muskegon will force it out to center. Merkulov in the official's crease, tried to chip it back toward the Muskegon line, but it bounced over to Dunbar. From the center ice logo, he will backhand it on Bassi. Dom sets it up to Dobé, carries it around the cage, up ahead at center, hits the back of Cassidy, bounces right back to Dobé. Jason, down the right side, has a man crashing the far crease. Dobé tried to pass it across to him, but he got too close to the goaltender, stuffed it right into Green's pads. Dunbar drops it back for Rassinen. Retreats behind the cage as Green tried to trip up Merkulov as he went across the mouth of the blue paint. Now it's Rassinen back with it after Dunbar gave it back to him. Out at center for Pitlick, thrown cross corner as the Muskegon forwards go off for a change. Picked up in the corner by Borshov, thrown far side for Price. Ran into the official, couldn't take the pass cleanly, but it rolls up to Funk, who was able to get it out to center. Beaton tried to get it over to Kern, but it hit a Muskegon body and bounced over to Doctor. Behind his cage, he'll slide it over to McCollum. Now up at center for Masalevich. Into the zone, between the circles, trying to go inside out on Price. Forced him wide, threw a backhander on the cage, but that's right into the glove of Bassi. He'll hang on with 7:06 left in this first period, which is presented by Kalos Resource. Shots on goal 10-7 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms, but the Jacks with the 2-1 lead. Thanks to goals by Rhett Pitlick and Dylan Wendt. Knuble against Schoen in the circle, still loose in the circle, and it's sent into the corner by Gushin. He's knocked down by Gallagher, sent up the wall by Youngstown. McCollum keeps it in, down low. He sends it into the corner for Gushin, carries it around the cage, defended by Gallagher. Comes near side, Aiden rides him hard into the boards. Sticks coming up high. Both teams have to be careful there. No penalties upcoming, however. Tied up in the skates of Gushin, Gallagher, and Schoen. Momentarily pried free by Masalevich. Now it's Schoen coming free with it. Gets it ahead to Jake Swade. Swade through center. Knocked off his line by Doctor, but able to get it ahead for Ando. Pulls up at the half wall. Dropped it back for Schoen between the circles. Takes a shot. He scores! Boom! Shakalaka boom! Ben Schoen, his third goal of the season, ties the game for the Phantoms. Time of that goal, 13:33. Schoen with the empty net goal last night. I was teasing him in the locker room before the game, said, you know, somebody has to score the empty netters. He said, don't worry, Lipper, I'm getting another one tonight. Don't call him Nostradamus or anything, but Ben Schoen, his third of the year, after he missed a good 2 months with a collarbone injury, ties the game for Youngstown. Youngstown wins the draw. They bring it into the Muskegon zone. It's Felker. Tried to throw it behind the net for Merrick, taken away by Muskegon and sent back out to center. Coming ahead with it is Wendt. Chips one toward the cage. It'll squirt far corner. Wendt picks up his own pass. Tried to send it up high, but turned over to Merrick. Gets it out to center. Kempf with it in his own end. From the official's crease, he will send it into the Youngstown zone. Bassi couldn't stop it behind the net. Gaffney tried to cycle it down low, taken away by Beaton and sent out to center. Over to DeLuca. To Dobé down low, over to Felker in the near corner. Jake turns, gets it back to DeLuca in the corner, defended by Knuble. 5:40 left in the period, we're tied at 2. DeLuca still battling for it in the corner against a pair of Lumberjacks. Knuble and Kempf comes free, up to Merkulov. Walks the line, but lost the puck out to center. Nice defense there by Alex Gaffney to get the puck away from Merkulov. To Price now, back to Merkulov. Takes a high hit at center. No call upcoming. as Alex Konovalov delivered the blow on Georgi Merkulov. Icing called, however, on the Muskegon Lumberjacks with 5:14 left in the period. Face off to the right of green after the icing whistle. Merkulov to take the draw against Edwards. Merkulov wins it to Kuntar. Took a shot. It got blocked. Rebound comes to the far wall. Picked up by Gevin. Sent behind the cage. Over to Dunbar. Back to Gevin. Cassidy up on the forecheck. Sent up the near wall by Muskegon. To the line. Larkin wasn't sure if he kept it in or not, so he'll retreat to center. Battle for it in front of the benches. Larkin gets it back, carries it into his own end, throws it back out to center. Loose in front of the Phantoms benches, poked into the zone by Pitlick, but it ended up bouncing off of Tanner Edwards, and that'll be offside on the Muskegon Lumberjacks with 4:49 left in this first period. We're tied at 2. Nice crowd here at the game tonight, including the Boardman High School Marching Band, bringing you the lovely cadences in between whistles. As Muskegon controls the draw, it's Rassinen. D over to Dunbar in their own end. Cross-ice feed at center, trying to find Lasac, but that'll bounce off the stick of Jake Swade and into section 215 for a puck out of play with 4:37 left in this first period. Face-off right at center ice, shown to take the draw against Berg. Berg wins it cleanly to the far wall. First touch on it, however, is going to be Caleb Price. Knocked it to the Muskegon line, but that'll be to Dunbar. D over to Rassinen. Drop back to Dunbar at the center ice logo as a big hit is thrown right in front of the benches by Jake Swade with 4:20 left in the period. Bassey sets it up for Larkin. Backhanded up the far wall and out to center. Will not have enough steam for icing as McCollum will play it in his own end. He'll float behind his cage. It looks like the Phams are going to try to change up the forward unit here. Carrying it ahead is McCollum into the zone, stolen away by Ben Schoen. Schoen trying to go between the legs of Pitlick, unable to do so, but now the Phams get it right back. They'll bring it ahead for Ando. Ando to Kern, back to Ando to Schoen. In the circle, skate to stick, lost it momentarily, picks it up along the wall. Schoen getting held up by Doctor, up to the point. Gallagher pumps one toward the cage. I think he hit Schoen in the back, and now it's loose at center. Gallagher trying to get the puck away from Pitlick, and Gallagher was mugging him, and that will be called for holding. Phantoms heading to the Key Bank penalty kill with 3:37 left in this first period. As the Phantoms captain heads to the box. Phantoms penalty kill is at 78.5%. That's 13th in the league. Lumberjacks power play is at 16.9%. That is 12th in the league. So we have a false draw here to start the kill as Merrick wins the draw. Back to Jensen. Tried to slap it, but ended up hitting Merrick as it stayed in the zone. Shot from the right point by Kempf. Blocked by Jensen, and now they'll get the clear. Kempf with it behind his own cage. Breaks it ahead to Berg. Cross ice feed over to Gevin. Drop back to the line for Knuble. Backhands it down behind the cage. Off of Jensen over to Borshov. He'll try to clear it near side. Bouncing puck over Kempf and out to center. He'll smack it over to Gevin. Ahead to Knuble. Drop back for Kempf in his own end. 35 seconds gone on the Key Bank penalty kill. Berg bringing it ahead. Throws it far side for Gaffney. He's knocked into the boards at the blue line by Cassidy, and the Jacks will retreat and try to start the breakout once again. Behind his own cage, it's Rassinen. Icing call upcoming. I think there's another penalty upcoming to the Phantoms as I saw Green head to the bench. Matt Cassidy is being called for checking from behind for knocking down Gaffney right at the blue line. So the Phantoms will have 59 seconds of 5-on-3 to kill off. But after the icing whistle, the faceoff is going to be down in the Youngstown zone. So 2:36 left in the first. Phantoms need a big effort from the penalty killing team right here. Check that, they're going to drop the puck in the neutral zone. It'll be Merrick, Borshov, and Jensen. Merrick wins it forward and knocks it to the end wall. Picking it up off the boards is Rassinen. He'll start to carry it ahead. Slides it over to Gushin, down the near side into the zone, leaves it off the wall, trying to get it back to Rassinen, but it died in the circle, but Borshov got hooked down, no penalty upcoming, and wasn't able to get the clear. Gushin back to the line to Rassinen. He'll walk center point, turn it over to Gushin at the top of the right circle. He'll step in, send it down low for Pitlick. Pitlick looking for an option, tried to send it across the ice to Dunbar. That goes off the stick of Borshov, over the glass and out of play. 29 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Great stick there by Borshov as Dunbar, the defenseman, had sneaked down low into the left circle. If he could have taken the pass, he might have been able to touch home the one-timer. So great effort by the Phantoms defense right there. Merrick take the draw against Pitlick. Loose in the circle, Muskingham gets control, it's Gushin. Up to the point for Rassinen, back to Gushin. He'll walk the blue line. Little interference there at the high slot by Muskingham as a shot from Gushin goes off the skate of Merrick and into the meshing for another puck out of play. I think there was Rassinen setting a screen there on Merrick in the high slot. So now faceoff will be to the right of Bassey. Knuble to take the draw against Merrick. I think Knuble's maybe only lost one faceoff all weekend, but this one, Merrick wins. Back to Jensen. He'll clear it down the ice. This ought to take care of the 5-on-3 as this squirts in on Green. He'll set it up for Rassinen. There's 8 seconds left in the 5-on-3, now 5. Gushin couldn't handle the pass into the zone. It's loose on the half wall. Touch back to Pitlick. Out of the box comes Aiden Gallagher. Behind the net, it's Pitlick to Wendt. Over to Dunbar, top of the right circle. 5-on-4 power play now for 50 seconds. Around to Wendt. Played up the half wall, looking for Gushin on the far side. Chip back down in the corner. Borshov got a touch on it, sent it behind the cage to Gallagher. He'll turn and fire down the ice. Off the corner boards, it bounces to Green. He'll set it up for Hank Kemp with 35 seconds left on this key bank penalty kill for the Phantoms. Slipped ahead to Gavin. He'll bring it down the left side. The defenseman into the corner. Back to the point to Kemp. Top of the left circle. Takes a shot. Redirected off the stick of John Larkin, and it bounces wide. Gaffney to Berg on the right half wall. Up to the point to Kemp. Couldn't handle the pass. It squirts out to center. Less than a minute remaining in the period. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Matt Cassidy, who's already standing in the penalty box. Gavin to Berg into the zone. Has a step, but couldn't keep control of the puck. It squirts behind the cage. Larkin has it in his skates. Gets it over to Josh DeLuca. Phantoms clear it. Ahead to Cassidy. In on Green. Cassidy couldn't stuff it home. Toe saved by Green. The net came off its moorings. Cassidy tried throwing some snow and throwing on the brakes at the edge of the blue paint and then stuffing it home, but Green with the right leg able to deny Cassidy the stuff and keep this tied. 20.5 left in the first period of what has been a very exciting hockey game so far. And I know it's asking a lot of Matt Cassidy, but if you can just elevate that puck just a little bit, you'll have your 15th goal of the season. Face off to the right of Green. Merkulov to take the draw against Knuble. Again, 20.5 left in the period. It looks like they're going to hold the clock for 2 seconds when we resume play. So there's actually 22.5 left. Puck is down. Knuble wins the draw. Back to Gavin, who chips it off the glass and out to center. Squirted down to the Youngstown zone. Dobay knocks it down the ice. No icing here. Green comes out to play it around the far wall. Picked up by Cassidy. Trying to dance through a pair of defenders. It rolls into the corner. Kuntar behind the cage. battling against Berg for the puck. It squirts to Berg now, off the glass and out to center, and there's the buzzer. Muskegon had a pair of leads at 1-0 and 2-1, but the Phantoms tied it both times, and at the end of one period of play, we are knotted up at 2 goals apiece. Shots on goal through the first 20 minutes, 12-8 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Talos Resource provides a broad range of human resource services to business. Their results-oriented professionals build strong partnerships with clients to ensure continuity between their corporate culture and their personal services. Experienced, educated, and certified in a variety of disciplines, Talos Resource employ a team of committed human resource professionals. Valuing honesty, integrity, and creativity, the management and staff of Talos Resource are dedicated to providing an unparalleled quality of service to their customers. Talos Resource is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantom.
Are you earning interest on your checking account? With free Kasasa checking, you can earn up to 39 times more interest, plus refunds on your ATM fees. Ask for Kasasa at Cortland Bank, member FDIC. Qualifications and rules apply. Visit cortlandbank.com/Kasasa for details. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is the official hotel of the Youngstown Phantoms. They invite all Phantoms fans to stay with them at the IHD Torchbearer award-winning hotel. With the most convenient location in Youngstown, business and leisure travelers alike will enjoy close proximity to I-76, I-80, I-680, and the Ohio-PA Turnpike. Leisure travelers can also enjoy the many attractions the Mahoning Valley has to offer, whether visiting family at YSU, events at the Cavelli Center, or trying your luck at the Hollywood Gaming Racino. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is committed to your 100% satisfaction, and they'll go the extra mile to earn it. From the moment you wake up, you'll feel at home. From the hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, to a sundry shop for those items you forgot. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West, a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center, it is time for the first intermission report. Muskegon Lumberjacks and the Youngstown Phantoms knotted up at 2. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. Let's get you a scoring recap from that first period. Just a minute 12 into the game, Muskegon took a 1-0 lead. Rhett Pitlick all alone on the back door for his 13th of the season. Dylan Wendt and Cam Knuble with the helpers. Muskegon led 1-0. Phantoms tied it at 4:24. Garrett Dahm redirecting one home. His second goal of the season. Lyndon Alger and Brad Merrick getting the helpers, and we were knotted at 1. Dylan Wendt gave Muskegon the lead back at 10:05, his 8th of the season. Gushin and Knuble getting the helpers on that. Muskegon led 2-1. Phantoms tied it at 13-33. It was Ben Schoen with his third of the season. Yusaku Ando and Jake Swade getting the helpers on that goal. And that's how we got our 2-2 score. Shots on goal in the first period were 12-8 in favor of the Muskegon Lumberjacks. In favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. So Eric Green has stopped 10 out of 12. Dominic Bassi has stopped 6 out of 8. Muskegon 0 for 2 on the power play, including a minute-long 5-on-3. Unable to convert on that. Phantoms did not receive a power play in that first period. We're going to go ahead and step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard here as part of the intermission report on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane, they got gas.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
Did you know that there are about 238,000 winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off tickets cashed every day? That's 9,916 winners an hour, 165 winners a minute, 3 winners per second. That means in the time it takes for you to sneeze, another 9 winners were paid.
8.75.
Okay, Randy, their average is... Point is, that's a lot of winners. Will you be one?
Pick up an Ohio Lottery scratch-off for your chance to win.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
PHAMILY is a leading independent mid-market ERP software developer known for flexible, cost-effective solutions that automate critical business functions for wholesale distributors, manufacturers, and specialty retailers. Many mid-sized manufacturing, wholesale distributing, and retail companies struggle with being able to bring into their business ERP software solutions that will allow them to compete with larger enterprises. When you're looking at applications like mobile analytics and commerce, mid-sized companies require solutions that can provide end-to-end capabilities rather than having to buy and implement all the hardware and applications themselves. On-premise or cloud-based, S2K Enterprise Software offers mid-sized growth companies the advanced technology they require to improve efficiencies, reduce costs, and grow, all in one easy-to-deploy and support environment. With built-in analytic and intelligence, S2K Enterprise ERP solutions provide companies with the ability to confidently make smarter decisions that better address real-time business imperatives. VAI is a proud partner with the Youngstown Phantoms. Everyone loves a good flow, but even the best lettuce needs a cleanup. The Starting Lineup is your one-stop shop for all of your grooming needs. Try out the Starting Lineup Spa and get a manicure and pedicure all in one location. Give them a call and set up an appointment today. Call 330-781-0115. That's 330-781-0115. Walk-ins are also accepted. The Starting Lineup, making you look like the best you. The Starting Lineup is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center during the first intermission report. Phantoms and the Lumberjacks tied at 2. It is time for the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard. This is currently the only USHL game underway so far this evening. Getting underway in the next 15 minutes or so. The Waterloo Blackhawks and the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders playing the second game of a home-and-home. This time it is Cedar Rapids' turn to host the game. The U17s will be in Chicago to take on the Eastern Conference leading Steel. The Des Moines Buccaneers travel north to Sioux Falls to take on the Stampede. Omaha Lancers will be in Fargo to take on the Force. The Dubuque Fighting Saints and the Green Bay Gamblers looks like they're in the second half of a home-and-home as well. Green Bay hosting tonight. Dubuque was hosting last night. Sioux City down in Lincoln to take on the Stars, and the Tri-City Storm will be in the capital of Wisconsin to take on the Madison Capitals. Take a quick look at the NHL scoreboard. Earlier this afternoon, the Predators beat the Blues 4-3. The Lightning topped the Flyers 5-3. Oilers over the Panthers 4-1. Sharks shut out the Wild 2-0. Right now at the end of the first, it's the Canadiens 1-0 over the Stars. Also the end of the first in Ottawa. The Maple Leafs lead the Senators 1-0. Later tonight in the NHL Stadium Series at the United States Air Force Academy, the Kings will be taking on the Colorado Avalanche. The Chicago Blackhawks will be taking on the Calgary Flames. The Washington Capitals will be in the Valley of the Sun to take on the Coyotes. And the Islanders will be in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. Also earlier today, the Bruins down the Red Wings 4-1. That'll do it for the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard and our first intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a break. When we come back, we will have second period action between the Muskingham Lumberjacks and your Youngstown Phantoms here on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at MillerBrothersStaffing.com.
Back for a second season is the Pizza Hut Party Pack. Get 4 tickets, 1 large pizza, 4 drinks, and 4 autographed player cards for only $39.99. Nothing says Phantoms hockey like Pizza Hut pizza for the whole family. Call 330-747-7825 for your tickets today. Advanced purchase is necessary. Available for select games only.
The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is the official hotel of the Youngstown Phantoms. They invite all Phantoms fans to stay with them at the IHD Church Bear award-winning hotel. With the most convenient location in Youngstown, business and leisure travelers alike will enjoy close proximity to I-76, I-80, I-680, and the Ohio-PA Turnpike. Leisure travelers can also enjoy the many attractions the Mahoning Valley has to offer, whether visiting family at YSU, events at the Cavelli Center, or trying your luck at the Hollywood Gaming Racino. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is committed to your 100% satisfaction, and they'll go the extra mile to earn it. From the moment you wake up, you'll feel at home. From the hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, to a sundry shop for those items you forgot. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West, a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
For all of your residential and commercial lawn care needs, including fertilizing, landscaping, and more, call Rob at Talego Lawn Care Services. And when the leaves begin to fall, call Talego Lawn Services for professional leaf removal. And of course, when the snow flies, call Talego Lawn Services for expert residential and commercial snow removal and salting. Call 330-718-4725 and speak with Rob at Talego Lawn Care Services, your all-around lawn care and property maintenance expert.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at MillerBrothersStaffing.com.
Britton Gallagher has all the insurance coverage you and your family needs. Their experienced, passionate client team offers personalized recommendations and specialized protection best suited for you. Located in downtown Cleveland on East 9th Street, Britton Gallagher has provided risk management solutions for over 75 years. Whether it's your home, car, or any valuable possessions, Britton Gallagher delivers you the best insurance coverage. Visit BrittonGallagher.com for more information. Britton Gallagher, strategy, execution, service.
Are you earning interest on your checking account? With free Kasasa checking, you can earn up to 39 times more interest, plus refunds on your ATM fees. Ask for Kasasa at Cortland Bank, member FDIC. Qualifications and rules apply. Visit cortlandbank.com/Kasasa for details.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Back inside the Cavelli Center, it is time for the second period of action between the Muskegon Lumberjacks and your Youngstown Phantoms. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. We're knotted at 2. First period goals for Muskegon off the sticks of Rhett Pitlick and Dylan Wendt. And for the Phantoms, it's Garrett Dahm, with the first goal for the Phantoms, and Ben Schoen. tied the game for Youngstown at 13-33. It'll be Merkulov, Kuntar, and Cassidy to start up front for Youngstown. Dobay and Jensen on the back end. Lasac, Berg, and Gushin up front for Muskegon. Gevin and Kempf on the back end. Puck is down and we are underway. Merkulov wins the draw back to Jensen. D-to-D over to Dobay. Snapped ahead. This might be icing on the Phantoms. It is. As I think Dobay was maybe looking for the hard pass off the end wall and bounced back to a teammate. Not the case. And so 15 seconds into the period, we'll have an icing call. D-zone draw for Youngstown. To the left of Bassi. Merkulov to take the draw against Berg one more time. And Berg wins this one. Back to the point for Kempf. Throws it into the far corner. It's going to trickle behind the cage for Gushin. Knocked away from him by Merkulov. Tied up at the side of the cage, and it'll actually just trickle in on Bassi, and Dom will throw the left hand on top of it for another faceoff. As Berg and Jensen have a friendly chat after the play. Muskegon going to leave their line out there. Phantoms are going to bring out 5 new skaters. Schoen to take the draw against Berg this time. And it's Schoen with the win over to Alger. Banks it off the glass and down the center. Stick down by Gevin in the neutral zone. Thrown near side. Galker can't play it out to center. Taken away by Gushin. Tried to drop it back for Berg. Swept behind the cage, and Gushin gets it back. Sends it up to the point for Gevin. He took a shot. It got blocked. Alger picks up the loose change to Ando. Out to Swade at center. Tried to chip it ahead for Schoen, but that'll bounce back to Gevin from the official's crease. He will send it back into the Youngstown end. Bassi can't slow it down behind the cage. Sharp angle shot by Gushin. Hits the far corner boards and ricochets back down into the Muskegon end. With it there is Rassinen. Throws it ahead for Masalevich. Down the right side. Between the circles. Takes a shot. It got blocked nicely by a Youngstown skater. That was Lyndon Alger. Played out to center by the Phantoms. Jacks have it there. It's Dunbar in his own end over to Masalevich. Snapped up ahead. Stolen away by Josh DeLuca. Bringing it ahead is Swade. Plays it over to Schoen. Steps around a man. In on green. Backhander. Somehow hit a body in front or something. I was screened on the play. Couldn't see where the shot went, but the Jacks come away with it. It's Gaffney up at center. Tried to chip it over to Masalevich. Stolen away by the Phantoms. Banked off the glass and out to center. They'll come ahead 2-on-2. It's DeLuca down the right side on his backhand. Drops it back, but nobody home in front for Youngstown. Swept away by Gaffney up to Masalevich and out to center. Stick there by Larkin, but can't get it past Fillion and back toward the Muskegon zone. Jacks have it in the Youngstown end. It's Gaffney in the corner. He'll get pinned to the wall by Larkin. DeLuca in there trying to pry the puck free. Still tied up along the wall. Phantoms finally break it loose of the scrum. And carrying it ahead to center is Caleb Price. Up ahead for Jacob Felker. He'll chip it into the near corner. Going to roll behind the cage. Merrick bumps McCollum but can't come away with the puck. Nice job there being strong on his stick by Dylan Wendt. But turns it over in the corner to Felker. Up to the line for Dobay. Fakes middle. Now floats toward the wall. Sharp angle shot. Redirected by Merrick, but pad saved by Green. Rebound picked up by Wendt. Tries to carry it ahead. Merrick pulls the puck away from behind. It stays in the zone. Chasing after it in the corner is Riley Funk, but the first one to it is McCollum. Threw around the kick plate near side. Picked up by Jan Kern. Kern spins away from McCollum. Still has the puck. Up to the point for Jensen. D-to-D to Dobay. Dobay on his backhand. Played it back to Jensen, but that's in the neutral zone. Jensen fires it back in. Green stops it behind the cage. Gets it away from Beaton. Far side to Wendt. Tried to shovel it back to where it came, but it bounced it over to Riley Funk. To Beaton. Into the near corner now. Funk with it. To the point. Tried to get it to Nikolai Jensen, but stolen away by Konovalov. Konovalov chases it down in the Youngstown zone, but he's ridden off the puck by Dobay. It squirts to the far half wall. Kern couldn't play it out of the zone. Kept in by Konovalov. Thrown over to Pitlick. Touched into the near corner now. Up to the point for Kempf. Back down low for Pitlick. Dances away from a check. Bounces out in front, and Bassi pounces on the loose puck. I don't think Pitlick's intent was to get the puck on Bassi right there, but it hit his stick and trickled toward the blue paint. And the Phantoms 6'6" goaltender out of Alexandria, Virginia, pounced on it. 16:26 left in the second period. Deuce is wild right now. We are all knotted up at 2 in the second period. Face off to the right of Bassey. Edwards to take the draw against Merrick. Merrick wins the draw into the corner, slapped around the boards by Price. It comes over to Jake Swade. Swade across the center ice logo to Dom, backhands it into the zone. Swade trying to hunt it down, knocked away from him by Gavin. Kemp plays it up near side for Pitlick and knocked out to neutral. But it'll bounce to Caleb Price, trying to spin away from Konovalov in front of the Muskegon bench. Sent back north by Youngstown, but this is going to be sent down into the Youngstown zone, but icing is called on the Muskegon Lumberjacks with 16 minutes exactly remaining in this second period. So face off to the left of green in the offensive zone for Youngstown. Merkulov to take the draw against Edwards. Face-off warning on Edwards. As the Phantoms win the draw, Kuntar to Price, but lost the puck to Edwards, got it to Pitlick, bringing it ahead. Down the left side, Pitlick floats toward the wall, now into the corner. Dropped it back toward the point, nobody there. Trying to chase it down at center is Merkulov. He'll get it away from Kemp. Merkulov back to the play. Now on his backhand in the left circle, spins forehand. Drops it behind him to Borshov. Tried to pump one toward the cage. That hit Lissac. Kuntar, cross-ice feed from Merkulov. To Borshov! He scores! Turn that music down, young man. Artem Borshov, his fourth goal, check that, fifth goal of the season. Gets the Phantoms their first lead of the game at 3-2. Time of that goal, 4:30. Youngstown controls the draw. They force it down into the Muskegon zone. Behind the net, Schoen hunting for it, but can't get it away from Dunbar. Spins, looks for open ice, chips it ahead, looking for a man in front of the bench. That's going to bounce far side, so no icing as it hit Lyndon Alger as it rolled into the corner. Masalevich turns it over to Felker up at center. Couldn't get it ahead to Ben Schoen, and it's Dunbar bringing it back ahead for Muskegon. Chip below the cage, Masalevich sends it into the corner for Fillion. Pops out in front, Alger plays it off to the side of the cage. Galker has his stick tied up, still with Masalevich. Can't get it free, but it's going to roll over to Ben Schoen. He'll carry it around the cage and start back ahead towards center. Schoen to Felker, down the left side, pulls up at the top of the circle, lets Schoen get past him, turns and cycles it down low. Past Schoen, however, and McCollum will play it away over to Doctor. Snapped ahead for Gushin in the official's crease. He'll wait for some teammates to jump on over at the bench and chip it into the far corner of the Youngstown end. Jensen gets there first, leaves it on the far wall for Dobé, played up to Trevor Kuntar, and now to Merkulov. Phantoms bringing it ahead with speed. Merkulov down the right side, pulls up in the circle, looks for a trailer, takes the shot, got up high over the crossbar. He just missed. Dobé throws one toward the cage, hit Cassidy in the stick, and deflected wide. Matt gets the rebound to Kuntar. Side of the cage for Merkulov. Took a shot. Green made the save. Centering attempt by Merkulov to Cassidy. He gets knocked down. Kuntar fans on the shot. Sweeps it toward the cage. McCollum picks up the loose puck. It never got in on Green. Banks it off the far boards and out the center. Went into the zone. Takes a shot. Bassey makes the glove save. He'll hang on. We'll have immediate timeout. 13:40 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 3-2. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Back inside the Cavelli Center with 13:40 left in the second period. Phantoms have just taken a 3-2 lead against the Muskegon Lumberjacks, their first lead of the game thanks to the 5th goal of the season by Artem Borshov. Beautiful passing by Merkulov to find Borshov all alone in the slot on the back door to tip it home. D-zone draw for the Phantoms, controlled by Youngstown, and carrying it ahead is Josh DeLuca. Chips it to the far corner, trying to beat Gavin to the puck. He'll send it near side, but Gaffney's the first one to it for Muskegon. Tried to send it back into the corner. That hits off the stick of DeLuca, but Muskegon able to get control and clear it back to center. Fired right back in by Dobé. Hard around the wall. DeLuca tried to touch it behind him to Merrick, but it's picked up by Knuble, sent off the glass and down the ice. Dobé retreating for it in his own end. Stretch pass ahead off the stick of DeLuca, rolls behind the cage. Green a little trouble with it. Had Merrick bearing down on him, but he's able to play it to the far wall. Picked up there by Wendt over to Kemp, and now up ahead for Edwards at center. Able to chip it into the zone to Gaffney. Falls down but keeps the puck, plays it to Rassinen. Into the corner, back to the half wall for Gaffney. Retreats, takes a shot, hits a body along the way, never gets in on Bassey. Picked up by Larkin. He'll float it out to center for Merrick to whack ahead into the Muskegon zone. Phams are going to go off for a line change. Rassinen with the puck, plays it around the boards over to Dunbar, but he couldn't handle it cleanly. It's taken by Beaton. Tried to play it back to Funk, but a nice stick by Dunbar got it away from the Phantoms, at least momentarily. Poked around the wall now by Rassinen over to Konovalov. He will turn and lift it out to center. No icing here as Larkin and Borshov both played it, and it's Borshov with it below his own red line. Plays it far side for Larkin. Off the boards and out the center, off the stick of John Beaton. No icing here as Green will set it up for Rastin. Leaves it along the end wall for Dunbar. Thought about going behind him, instead goes around the net near side and plays it up at center, looking for Pitlick, bouncing puck, taken away by Alger. Linden trying to turn away from Cameron Berg. Throws it off the near side boards for Aiden Gallagher down the ice, but this will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms as Gallagher's pass ahead. So face off to the right of Dominic Bassey. Be shown to take the draw against Berg with 11:49 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 3-2. Schoen wins the draw. Back to Gallagher. Plays it off the glass. And they get hit a body on the Phantoms bench. So they'll bring the faceoff back into the Youngstown zone. But the Phantoms will be allowed to make a line change if they deem it necessary. Check that they're actually going to play the puck at center, where they're going to drop the puck. Might have been deflected off a Muskegon player, then into the benches. Face-off won by Berg. Back to Gavin. D-to-D over to Kemp. Pass ahead to the far side for Lissac. Chips it into the far corner, goes after it, and does get control of it. Tries to play it up the wall, hits a Youngstown stick up to the point for Gavin with a shot on the cage. Saved by Bassey. Rebound comes into the near corner. Berg tangled up with Alger, but the Jacks still have the puck. It's Lissac. Tried to play it off the wall to himself. Bouncing around, and finally it settles down for Ben Schoen, and he will poke it out to the neutral zone. Check that now. He will retreat in his own end for it. Plays it out to Jake Swade in the officials' crease and chips it into the Muskegon end. Kemp, the first one to it along the end wall, plays it near side for Masalevich and up for Gushin. Down the right side, Gushin, spinorama, lost the puck. Squirts behind the cage, Gushin gets it back, defended by Jensen. Centering attempt for Rassinen, redirected in on Bassey. He'll swallow it up and hang on as bodies come together in the Youngstown paint. I'll say cooler heads are going to prevail, only in that I don't think there are going to be any penalties on this play. But it does look like they're going to bring the faceoff outside the zone as Muskegon's defenseman came down below the top of the circles. 10:51 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 3-2. Looks like it's going to be Gaffney to take the draw against Merkulov. And Merkulov wins the draw, but split his defenseman, and Jensen will pick it up along the end wall, throws it near side for the touch out to center by Cassidy. Bouncing puck there, knocked ahead by Kuntar. Couldn't catch up to it. Rastin's the first one to it, carries it around the cage on his backhand, comes out far side. Runs into Merkulov at the blue line, but slips it ahead to Gaffney. Coming down the right side, takes a hit from Nikolai Jensen, loses the puck. Sent around the boards by Youngstown. Masalevich can't keep it in the zone. It squirts out to center. Rastin, however, able to track it down and keep it away from Kuntar. Turns and sends it back to Masalevich at center. Up ahead for Fillion. Takes a hip check from Jason Dobey, but keeps the puck. Fillion stepping in on net. Tried to fire, lift one up high over Bassi. I think he might have hit the crossbar as it bounced right back to him. Phantoms play the rebound out to center. Cassidy into the zone, down the right side. Pulls up at the top of the circle. Floats one out to the point for Borshov. Threw it back across the ice, looking for Merkulov. He's ridden into the boards by McCollum. Fillion comes in and picks up the loose puck. Floats it over to Doctor. Across the red line, blue line, and into the Youngstown zone. He's knocked off the puck as it squirts into the far corner, taken there by Caleb Price. But Price has it stolen away by Wendt. A couple of Jacks run into each other, but the puck is picked up by Knuble. He'll come out to the top of the right circle, spin, and give it up to Pitlick. Thrown near side over to McCollum. Floated down low, looking for Pitlick, but it bounces through to Wendt. Wendt, defended by DeLuca, blows the tire, trying to step in on net. Bassi with the poke check, squirts behind the cage. Wendt gets it back, throws it out to the point for Doctor. Fakes the one-timer, gets it down into the circle. Pass back to him, stolen away by Kuntar. He'll bring it down the left side. Kuntar with some speed, takes a shot. He scores! Get that cat off my chair! Trevor Kuntar snipes the 5-hole. Youngstown has a 4-2 lead. Time of that goal, 10:48. Trevor Kuntar, his team leading 24th goal of the season. As Youngstown builds on their advantage. Phantoms control the draw. Alger, DDD to Gallagher, up ahead for Dom, couldn't get it to Beaton. Tied up at the line, bring it back in the zone is Beaton. Steps in, took a shot, just missed the near post. Phantoms cycle it back down low, but it's taken away by Kempf, up to Konovalov. Trying to get away from the forecheck of Felker. Gets it over to Kempf. Drop back for Gevin. He'll start to carry it ahead into the neutral zone now. Hits the official's crease and dumps it into the Youngstown end. Bassi sets it up, plays it behind him to Gallagher. Up for John Beaton. Near side for Dom, couldn't handle the pass, it was in his skates. Phantoms are going to have to touch up here as Beaton got a little ahead of the play. Still tied up in front of the Phantoms bench. Dom tried to kick it free, but it's taken away by Edwards and played over to Konovalov. Down the right side, drops it back to the point for Gushin. Carries it down into the corner, ridden hard into the boards by Aiden Gallagher. Gushin takes a slap at him. No call-up coming as Gushin throws an elbow now at Gallagher, and I think a penalty is upcoming on the Muskegon Lumberjacks. There's the whistle as the Lumberjack gets ushered into the Phantoms bench by Jacob Felker. We'll have immediate timeout. 8:05 left in the second period of what is turning into a very feisty hockey game. Phantoms lead 4-2. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at millerbrothersstaffing.com.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
back inside the Cavelli Center. Phantoms heading to their first Britton Gallagher power play of the game. Daniil Gushin in the box for elbowing Aiden Gallagher. The Britton Gallagher power play is at 16.8% on the season. That is 13th in the league. Penalty kill for the Jacks is 77.5%. That is 14th. Face off to the right of green to start this Britton Gallagher power play for Youngstown. Kern wins it to Cassidy, pokes it back to the point to Gallagher. Aiden walks the line. Over for Price, took a shot. Check that that's Kuntar, but it got blocked along the way. Don't know if it got in on green. Carrying it ahead to center is number 19, Christoph Filling, but loses the puck. Kuntar to Kern, fired it just wide of the far post. Kept in at the point by Gallagher, trying to chip it to Cassidy. To Kern, sweeps it into the zone, kept in by Merkulov. To Kuntar, between the circles, couldn't take the shot. Great stick by Fillion. Back to the point for Gallagher. Rebounds loose after a save by Green. Still loose in the slot. Knuble clears it down the ice. Bassi sets it up for Gallagher. The Phantoms have had a couple of good looks so far on this Britton Gallagher power play. Drops it back for Merkulov. Carries it into the zone. Goja, below the red line, blows a tire, but gets the puck away from Kemp. Has Cassidy there with him. Carries it around the cage, looking for an option, comes near corner. Spins at the half wall, floats back down in the corner, circles with Jan Kern. Kern off the boards up to the point to Kuntar. Trevor looking for an option. Puck pops out to center. Trevor couldn't keep the line. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. Kuntar into the zone, drops it back to the point to Merkulov. Georgie, little trouble with the puck, spins away from the checking of Berg. Cross the ice to Kuntar, couldn't take the pass cleanly. 30 seconds left in the power play. To Schoen, sharp angle pass looking for Merkulov, couldn't get his stick free. Merkulov has it, took a backhanded shot, blocked by McCollum. Loose in the blue paint, trying to shovel it home is Kuntar, but Green makes the save. Puck was right there in the blue paint, and Kuntar doing everything he can to just poke it between the pillows of Green. But the young man out of Easton, Connecticut had those pads tight to the ground, and Kuntar could find no purchase. 16 seconds left on the elbowing call to Daniil Gushin. Knuble to take the draw against Schoen. Knuble wins the draw to Dunbar, trying to get away from Beaton. Sends it up the near wall, kept in at the point by Youngstown. It bounces over to Schoen. Between the circles, takes a shot, he scores! I'm driving my tractor to the prom, Ben Schoen, his second goal of the game, gives Youngstown a 5-2 lead. For Schoen, that'll be goal number 4 on the season. And we have a goalie change. Coming back into the net is John Williams. Lost the game last night. Record 9-6-3 on the year. 3.07 goals against, average .898 save percentage. Merrick wins the draw. Jensen over to Dobé. Carries it to the red line and into the zone. Dobé floats near side. Drop back. First shot by DeLuca. Big rebound. Just bounced over the stick of Jacob Felker. All the way out to center. Merrick blows a tire, but the puck rolls over to Jensen. D-to-D back to Dobé. Red line fires it into the zone. Hit a Muskegon body. Deflects into the far corner. First one to it is DeLuca. Cycles to Merrick. Back down the wall to DeLuca. Pinned to those boards by Gevin. Felker comes in to help out. Puck squirts free of that scrum, and it's going to be Kemp, the first one to it. Floats it to Gaffney. Cross-ice feed to Cameron Berg, coming down the right side. Pulls up at the top of the circle, but offside are the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Phantoms win the draw over to the far wall. Forced ahead by Borshov. Muskegon picks up their own line. They'll float it back into the Youngstown zone. Masalevich battling for it in the corner against Caleb Price. Price trying to force it back up the wall. Taken by Muskegon. It squirts in front of the net to Fillion. Tried to stuff it around Bassey, but Dom able to get that right leg out there to make the save. Carrying the rebound ahead is Jacob Swade. Crisscrosses with Dom. Dropped it over to Riley Funk. His shot got blocked by Doctor and deflected back into the neutral zone. Borshov pumps it right back in. And offside on the Phantoms is the call with 4:52 left in the second period. Knubel to take the draw against Merkulov, and Knubel wins the draw. Back to Dunbar, over to Rassinen, now back out at center for Wendt to Gushin, back to Wendt. Down the left side. Plays it away from Gallagher, leaves it in the corner for Wendt, up to the point for Dunbar. Pump back down around the kick plate, it goes behind the cage for Gushin. He'll get bodied up by Gallagher, squirts to the far half wall, up to the point. Rassinen couldn't hold the line, and it's Kuntar throwing it across the ice to Cassidy. Cassidy over to Merkulov, couldn't take the elevated pass cleanly. He'll pick it up in the far corner, trying to step around Knubel. But Cam gets the puck away from him, plays it back in the corner for Wendt, but Kuntar checks him. They're tied up in the corner, and Wendt will force it free and play it back to Rassinen. 4 minutes left in the second period. The Phantoms have exploded for 3 goals here in this middle frame and lead 5-2. Alger behind him to Gallagher as the forwards are changing ahead of the play. Stretch pass ahead, touched into the zone by Ando, but he couldn't find Kuntar behind him. Picked up by Gevin, slow, thrown up ahead for Konovalov. His pass deflects right back to him, now thrown near side for Kempf, defended by Ando. Kempf around the cage, thought about the wraparound, now he'll turn and throw it into the left circle for Konovalov. Took a shot, hit a body in front, and bounced into the glove of Bassey. He'll hang on. 3:35 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 5-2. It has been a month, almost exactly, since the Phantoms scored 5 goals. It was January 18th against Tri-City, a 5-3 win. Muskegon wins the draw, back to the point. Kemp ducks around Ando, fires one on net, blocker saved by Bassey, centering attempt by Gaffney. He'll take the shot, and that goes wide of the cage. Rebound to the far wall. Edwards comes away with it, gets it to Konovalov, down low for Gaffney. Bassey makes the save and covers the rebound. As Edwards and DeLuca get tied up after the whistle. Edwards, 6'1", 177. DeLuca, 6'1", 161. 3:18 left in this second period. Phantoms lead 5-2. Face off to the left of Bassey. Beaten to take the draw against Berg. Tie up off the draw. Phantoms get control. Trickles in on Bassey. He pokes it behind the cage to Larkin. Gets hauled down. Play continues. Now Larkin spins off the check. Gets the loose puck. Comes near side on his backhand. Throws it off the glass. Off the elbow of Riley Funk and out to center. Collected there by Kempf. Played over to Gevin in their own end. Gevin with it. Floats one ahead at center in front of the Muskegon bench. Pitlick couldn't handle the pass. Knocked ahead by Youngstown, but taken away by Kempf and thrown back down the ice. No icing here as it's picked up by Borshov. Thrown ahead, looking for Beaton, but it's going to come through for Kempf of the Lumberjacks. Drops it back for Gevin in their own end. 2:40 left in the period. 5-2 Youngstown. Gevin floats it ahead. Icing will be called here on this play as Lasac could not catch up to it, and Larkin beat him to the dots. 2:36 left in the period. Shots on goal 18-15 in favor of the Phantoms. Jacks out shooting the Phantoms 7-6 in the period, but the Jacks have nothing to show for it, whereas the Phantoms have 3. Merkulov to take the draw against Berg here after the icing whistle. Puck still loose off the draw and is controlled by Muskegon. Lissac picks it up, sends it off the far boards and out to center. Pitlick able to go skate to stick, steps in on Bassey, takes a shot, stick save by Dom. Rebound. Picked up by Larkin, sent around far side and out to center. He'll get it through to Merkulov into the zone, between the circles. Georgie tried to drop it back and said he's going to collect his own pass. Tried to send it down the wall. Great stick by McCollum. He's just able to poke it out to center away from the back check of Matt Cassidy. Masalevich bringing it ahead into the zone. Drops it off for Fillion. Took a shot. Missed the net off the end wall to Doctor. Now back to Fillion. Carries it down below the red line. Steps out. Drops it off for Gushin. Took a shot, and they score! Daniil Gushin sneaked one past Bassey with traffic in front. For Gushin, that's goal number 19 on the year, and the Jacks get one back. It's 5-3 with 1:51 left in the period. Phantoms with the draw in the neutral zone. Felker ahead off the skate of Dom, but he couldn't find it. It'll roll to Rassinen, D-to-D, over to Dunbar. Carries it into the neutral zone, chips it past Dom. It squirts behind the cage. Bassey sets it up for Gallagher, throws it near side for Garrett Dom to direct to Merrick, back to Dom. He'll float it across the ice where it's knocked down by the glove of Masalevich over to Dunbar. Hand passes legal in the defensive zone, and Dunbar collects it and throws it ahead for Gushin. Gushin down the right side trying to go inside out on Alger, but Linden forces him wide, but Gushin still has the puck below the red line. Tied up along the end wall, Gushin able to get the puck over to Fillion. Cycled back down low, comes around far side. Merrick's the first one to it, trying to touch it past Gevin. Unable to do so. Now he'll send it down low for Alger. Less than a minute remaining in the period. Phantoms lead 5-3. Gallagher ahead at center for Brad Merrick. He'll backhand it into the Muskegon zone. Williams a little trouble with it, but able to get it over to Rassinen and now to Gevin. Carrying it ahead far side, gets past Ando, chips it into the Youngstown zone, past Larkin. Bassey comes out to play it, over to Price, swept up the near wall. Ando couldn't clear it out of the zone, swept toward the cage by Muskegon, bouncing puck at the bottom of the left circle, settled down by Larkin. He'll send it around the wall to Price and up to Jake Swade. Redirected out to center, but taken there by Gevin and dumped right back in with 20 seconds left in the period. Larkin behind the cage, feathers it past Went over to Caleb Price. Takes the hit to make the play, sends it back behind him to Larkin in the near corner. John, looking at his options, plays it up the glass and kept in at the point by Knuble. Swept toward the cage but blocked by the Phantoms with 5 seconds left in the period. Price from the red line, throws it off the end wall, and there is the buzzer. Phantoms get 3 goals in the second period. And they lead the Muskegon Lumberjacks 5-3 at the end of 2. Shots on goal 18-17 in favor of the Phantoms. Lumberjacks outshoot the Phantoms 9-6 in the second period. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
All Phantoms fans 12 and under, sign up for Sparky's Kids Crew. For just $25, you get 10 game tickets, a Phantoms hat, a drawstring bag, discounts at the team shop, plus the opportunity to be a part of the fan tunnel during Friday night games and attend the special Kids Crew pickup party. Have your parents call 330-747-7825 to sign up today. That's 330-747-7825.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and Consultants, HBK's Wealth Advisors, and HBK Valuation and Litigation Support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Talos Resource provides a broad range of human resource services to business. Their results-oriented professionals build strong partnerships with clients to ensure continuity between their corporate culture and their personal services. Experienced, educated, and certified in a variety of disciplines, Talos Resource employ a team of committed human resource professionals. Valuing honesty, integrity, and creativity, the management and staff of Talos Resource are dedicated to providing an unparalleled quality of service to their customers. Talos Resource is a proud partner of the Youngstown family.
Are you earning interest on your checking account? With free Kasasa checking, you can earn up to 39 times more interest, plus refunds on your ATM fees. Ask for Kasasa at Cortland Bank, member FDIC. Qualifications and rules apply. Visit cortlandbank.com/Kasasa for details. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is the official hotel of the Youngstown Phantoms. They invite all Phantoms fans to stay with them at the IHD Church Bear award-winning hotel. With the most convenient location in Youngstown, business and leisure travelers alike will enjoy close proximity to I-76, I-80, I-680, and the Ohio PA Turnpike. Leisure travelers can also enjoy the many attractions the Mahoning Valley has to offer, whether visiting family at YSU, events at the Cavelli Center, or trying your luck at the Hollywood Gaming Racino. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is committed to your 100% satisfaction, and they'll go the extra mile to earn it. From the moment you wake up, you'll feel at home. From the hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, to a sundry shop for those items you forgot. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West, a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms lead the Muskingham Lumberjacks by the score of 5-3 shots on goal through 2 periods of play, 18-17 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms outshoot the Jacks. Or check that, Jacks outshoot the Phantoms 9-6 in the second period. We entered the second period tied at 2, and the Phantoms took the lead. 4:30 into the frame was Artem Borshov's 5th goal of the year. Georgi Merkulov and Trevor Kuntar getting the helpers on that. Phantoms led 3-2. Trevor Kuntar snapping one through the 5-hole of starting netminder Eric Green, unassisted at 10:48. Kuntar picked up a loose puck in his own end, went flying down the left side, and snapped it home from the top of the left circle for his 24th of the year. That leads the team. And again, Youngstown led 4-2. Phantoms made it 5-2 with a power play goal from Ben Schoen. Right between the circles, Schoen picked up a loose puck along the near wall, stepped to the slot, and snapped it past Green. That ended Eric Green's night. He went to the bench in favor of John Williams, who has not yet seen a shot in 6 minutes and 11 seconds of action. Jacks got one back late with at the 18:09 mark was Daniil Gushin, his 19th of the season. Christoph Fillion getting the helper on that, and that's how we got our 5-3 score. Phantoms are 1-for-1 on the power play. Muskegon is 0-for-2. Dominic Bassi has stopped 14 out of 17. Eric Green stopped 13 out of 18. And again, John Williams has not faced a shot yet in net. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will take a look at the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard. Here is part of the second intermission report on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
PAI is a leading independent mid-market ERP software developer known for flexible, cost-effective solutions that automate critical business functions for wholesale distributors, manufacturers, and specialty retailers. Many mid-sized manufacturing, wholesale distributing, and retail companies struggle with being able to bring into their business ERP software solutions that will allow them to compete with larger enterprises. When you're looking at applications like mobile analytics and commerce, mid-sized companies require solutions that can provide end-to-end capabilities rather than having to buy and implement all the hardware and applications themselves. On-premise or cloud-based, S2K Enterprise Software offers mid-sized growth companies the advanced technology they require to improve efficiencies, reduce costs, and grow, all in one easy-to-deploy and support environment. With built-in analytic and intelligence, S2K Enterprise ERP solutions provide companies with the ability to confidently make smarter decisions that better address real-time business imperatives. VAI is a proud partner with the Youngstown family.
Did you know that there are about 238,000 winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off tickets cashed every day? That's 9,916 winners an hour, 165 winners a minute, 3 winners per second. That means in the time it takes for you to sneeze, another 9 winners were paid.
8.75.
Okay, Randy, their average is... Point is, that's a lot of winners. Will you be one?
Pick up an Ohio Lottery scratch-off for your chance to win. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Everyone loves a good flow, but even the best lettuce needs a cleanup. The Starting Lineup is your one-stop shop for all of your grooming needs. Try out the Starting Lineup Spa and get a manicure and pedicure all in one location. Give them a call and set up an appointment today. Call 330-781-0115. That's 330-781-0115. Walk-ins are also accepted. The Starting Lineup, making you look like the best you. The Starting Lineup is a proud partner of the Youngstown family.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is the official hotel of the Youngstown Phantoms. They invite all Phantoms fans to stay with them at the IHD Torchbearer award-winning hotel. With the most convenient location in Youngstown, business and leisure travelers alike will enjoy close proximity to I-76, I-80, I-680, and the Ohio PA Turnpike. Leisure travelers can also enjoy the many attractions the Mahoning Valley has to offer, whether visiting family at YSU, events at the Cavelli Center, or trying your luck at the Hollywood Gaming Racino. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West is committed to your 100% satisfaction, and they'll go the extra mile to earn it. From the moment you wake up, you'll feel at home. From the hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, to a sundry shop for those items you forgot. The Holiday Inn Express Youngstown West, a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Time for a look at the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start with this game right here. Phantoms lead the Lumberjacks 5-3. Every other USHL game in action has started at the end of the first period. The Waterloo Blackhawks and the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders are tied at 1. The U17s and the Chicago Steel are scoreless after 1. Sioux Falls with a 2-0 lead over Des Moines. 6.5 left in the first period at the Premier Center in Sioux Falls. First intermission in Fargo, the Lancers and the Force are scoreless. First intermission in Green Bay, the Gamblers lead the Fighting Saints 3-0. Lincoln with a 1-0 lead over Lincoln, and Tri-City has a 1-0 lead over Madison with 10 seconds left in the first period. NHL scoreboard, Predators over the Blues 4-3. Lightning top the Flyers 5-3. Oilers knocked off the Panthers 4-1. Sharks 2-0 over the Wild. Minute left in the second period. The Canadiens lead the Stars 3-2. Second intermission in Ottawa. The Maple Leafs 3-1 over the Senators. 3 minutes left in the first period in Colorado Springs at the Air Force Academy. The Kings lead the Avalanche 1-0. Later tonight, the Blackhawks take on the Flames, the Capitals take on the Coyotes, and the Islanders take on the Golden Knights. That'll wrap up the WRTA out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. When we come back, we'll have third period action between the Youngstown Phantoms and the Muskingham Lumberjacks here on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
The Youngstown Phantoms are ready to kick off the 2019-2020 season, and new this year are Friday Family Fun Nights. Every Friday night, kids 12 and under can get in for just $5. Plus, their ticket includes a free cotton candy, free popcorn, and a free 8-ounce soft drink. So get down to the Cavelli Center for every Friday home game and enjoy Family Fun Night. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets today. That's 330-747-7825.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Hey Youngstown, are you ready to drink in the rink? That's right, drink in the rink with the Youngstown Phantoms. Every Saturday home game we're offering $1 hot dogs until the end of the first intermission and $1 draft beers until the end of the second intermission. Plus you can head up to the crossbar for some axe throwing all game long. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets or more information. That's 330-747-7825.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Are you earning interest on your checking account? With free Kasasa checking, you can earn up to 39 times more interest, plus refunds on your ATM fees. Ask for Kasasa at Cortland Bank, member FDIC. Qualifications and rules apply. Visit cortlandbank.com/Kasasa for details. Talos Resource provides a broad range of human resource services to business. Their results-oriented professionals build strong partnerships with clients to ensure continuity between their corporate culture and their personal services. Experienced, educated, and certified in a variety of disciplines, Talos Resource employ a team of committed human resource professionals. Valuing honesty, integrity, and creativity, the management and staff of Callis Resource are dedicated to providing an unparalleled quality of service to their customers. Callis Resource is a proud partner of the Youngstown family.
Did you know that there are about 238,000 winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off tickets cashed every day? That's 9,960 winners an hour, 165 winners a minute, 3 winners per second. That means in the time it takes for you to sneeze,
Gesundheit.
another 9 winners were paid.
8.75.
Okay, Randy, their average is... Point is, that's a lot of winners. Will you be one?
Pick up an Ohio Lottery scratch-off for your chance to win. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
Back for a second season is the Pizza Hut Party Pack. Get 4 tickets, 1 large pizza, 4 drinks, and 4 autographed player cards for only $39.99. Nothing says Phantoms hockey like Pizza Hut pizza for the whole family. Call 330-747-7825 for your tickets today. Advanced purchase is necessary. Available for select games only.
Work. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's many things. One thing it shouldn't be is hard to find. Miller Brothers Staffing Solutions can make this a reality for you. They have the expertise to ensure your satisfaction by finding what you are looking for and connecting you to what matters. Finding the right person is what makes the difference, so let them work hard for you. Miller Brothers Staffing, the right people in the right place. Visit them at millerbrothersstaffing.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the third period. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. Phantoms lead the Muskegon Lumberjacks 5-3. Second period goals. Borshov, Kuntar, and Schoen, his second of the game for Youngstown. Then late in the period, it was Daniil Gushin with his 19th of the season. With 1:51 left in the frame to get Muskegon back within 2. Lumberjacks actually lead the USHL and come from behind wins when trailing after 2 periods of play with 6. So you might say the Jacks have the Phantoms right where they want them, but it's Youngstown's job to stop the comeback here as a shot hits the skate of Nikolai Jensen and bounces to the end wall, picked up by Dobay, feathered ahead to Merkulov, back to Dobay and out to center looking for Kuntar, turns and fired into the zone, was looking for Cassidy, but taken away by Gevin. He'll float it out in the zone, taken by Dobay, thrown ahead off the heel of Merkulov's stick, bounces over to Hank Kempf, played over to Gevin, up the wall, kept in by Kuntar, backhanded feet toward the cage, knocked away by Muskegon and played out to center, pumped right back in by Gallagher. Williams can't stop it behind the cage. It rolls around to Kemp, thrown far side. Angle wasn't right on the pass. It's kept in by Swade. Behind him for Schoen, looking for the hat trick. Took a shot, and Williams makes the save. That's the first shot that he's seen here tonight. He came in after the 5th Phantoms goal with 6:11 left in the second period. Stolen in the neutral zone by Ando, thrown near side for Swade. He'll retreat into his own zone, floated over to Gallagher. Snapped ahead for Schoen. He'll throw it ahead to Swade. Looks for an option, couldn't find Ando. Trying to poke it down the wall. Schoen catches up to it, gets knocked down from behind. Play continues as it squirts behind the cage, picked up by Rassinen. He'll spin away from Ando as Yusaku goes off for a change. Floated ahead at center, was looking for Knubel. Sticked away from him by Borshov. Couldn't find a teammate, and Dunbar will bring it back ahead into the Youngstown zone. Picked up along the end wall by Caleb Price. He'll get away from Konovalov and send it to Borshov. Far side for DeLuca, and out to center. Was looking for Merrick. Pass couldn't be handled. It's taken away by the Jacks, but Gushin couldn't handle it. Taken right back by Youngstown. DeLuca can't hold the line against Edwards, and he will bring it into the Youngstown zone. Tried to drop it back for Konovalov. He gets knocked down by DeLuca, and bringing it ahead is Felker. Jake into the zone, gets a step on Docker, tried to pull the trigger, instead swipes one through the blue paint. That's knocked away by Gushin. Out to Gallagher, took a shot, got blocked in the circle by McCollum. He'll pick up the loose puck and carry it ahead, throws it over to Edwards, couldn't handle the pass. It's picked up by Price, floated near side to Felker, and now up at center for Merrick. DeLuca knocks a man down. That'll be interference on the Youngstown Phantoms. Pretty easy call there for the officials, and the Phantoms head back to their third key bank penalty kill of the game. Face-off will be to the left of Dominic Bassi. Looks like Beaton's going to take the draw. He's flanked by Cassidy. Defenseman will be Price and Larkin. Went is going to take the draw against Beaton to start this key bank penalty kill, and Went wins the draw back to the point for Raston. Between the circles, sends it left side for Dunbar. Down low, redirected just wide by Went. Pitlick picks up the rebound, sends it around the wall to Gushin, back into the corner for Pitlick. Lost the puck, however, to Jensen. He'll float it far corner, picked up by Matt Cassidy. He'll backhand it to the line. Dunbar couldn't keep the line as Beaton knocked it out to center. Now Dunbar using the body position to fend the puck away from Beaton, but Beaton gets a stick ahead on the pass, knocked up a couple of times in the air by Dunbar, stolen away from Beaton. He'll force it into the far corner. Beaton still hunting that puck. It's loose along the wall, but now John's tired and he's going to have to go off to the bench for a change. Rassing carries it ahead for Muskegon over to Pitlick at the red line. He'll bring it into the zone down the left side. Looking for an option with his head up. He'll carry it down low. Drop back between the circles for Rassinen. Took a shot. Might have fired it either off the mask of Bassi or off the bar as the puck squirts up toward the line. Nice job there by Felker tying up a stick. Forced around the wall by Muskegon. Jensen, first one, two in the corner, sends it up the far boards. Kept in by Pitlick. Came back to Jensen. Went, couldn't hold the line. It bounces out to center. Doctor retreating with it with 50 seconds remaining on this key bank penalty kill. From his own red line, he'll start to carry it ahead, slips it up for Cameron Berg. Into the zone, takes a check from Garrett Dahm, but gets it back to Doctor. Back to Berg in the left circle. Tried to cross ice feed, hit the stick of Dahm, but bounces over to Gaffney on the near side. Gaffney tried to send it down low, hit a phantom stick. Alger ties up his man, trying to pry the puck free is Aiden Gallagher. Coming free of the scrum is Cameron Berg. Throws it out to the point for Doctor. Over to Gevin. Couldn't handle the pass. Now he'll regather along the wall. Floats it down into the corner of the defenseman. Down low for Knubel. Centering attempt looking for Gaffney. Stolen away by Schoen. He'll backhand it down the ice. Williams carries it behind the cage. Trying to get away from Garrett Dahm. Almost stole it, but just couldn't handle the puck as Gevin knocks it back to Doctor with 4 seconds left on the penalty to Josh DeLuca. And out of the box comes DeLuca. Key bank penalty kill is 3 for 3. Into the zone is Doctor. Floating left side to the half wall. Still has the puck, leaves it there for Knubel. Turns and fires one, redirected in the slot, and it goes wide off the stick of Gaffney. Borshoff hauls his man down as play continues behind the cage. Borshoff getting to his feet as the puck is stapled to the end wall. Great job there by Caleb Price of killing time. 15-10 left in the period. Phantoms lead by 2. Merkulov with the loose puck, steps away from Berg, floats it to the line for Borshoff to poke ahead, but it's taken away by McCollum and brought back into the Youngstown end. Wraps it around the boards. DeLuca able to pick it up and play it ahead to center. Gets it up for Merkulov. Tried to drive it back for DeLuca. Edwards got in the way of that. Bumps into Fillion, but Edwards gets the puck right back and sends it to Kempf. Carrying it ahead into the neutral zone. He'll slide it up to McCollum. Little trouble with the puck, but able to force it into the far corner of the Youngstown end. Puck still loose in the corner. Price battling against Edwards for it. Has Borshoff there for support. Fillion comes in to help out his centerman as they battle for it along the far boards. Up to the point it goes. McCollum near side for Kempf. Retreats, turns, fires, blocked in front. Rebound trickles to the far wall. Masalevich turns, fires off the side of the cage. Price to the rebound. Spins away from Edwards, gets it to Borshoff. Artie off the glass and off the stick of Kuntar and into the Youngstown bench. We'll have a timeout. 14:08 left in the third period. Youngstown leads 5-3. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
Hey, Youngstown, are you ready to drink in the rink? That's right, drink in the rink with the Youngstown Phantoms. Every Saturday home game, we're offering $1 hot dogs until the end of the first intermission and $1 draft beers until the end of the second intermission. Plus, you can head up to the crossbar for some axe throwing all game long. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets or more information. That's 330-747-7825.
Western Reserve Radio is the home of the Youngstown Phantoms. Be sure to call 330-747-PUCK for ticket information or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Back inside the Cavelli Center. 14:08 left in the third period. Youngstown leads 5-3. Neither shot credited with a shot on goal so far in the first 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Defensive zone draw upcoming to the left of Bassie. Knuble wins it forward. He'll catch up to it in the corner, but Jensen rides him hard into the boards. Poked free by Muskingham. It's going to trickle toward the front of the net. Knocked away by Riley Funk over to Jensen and out the center. Kern to Funk. Back to Kern. And he'll gain the zone. Kern chips one toward the cage, but they're going to roll offside on the Youngstown Phantoms. As Kern and Rassinen having some words in the slot. Probably discussing their favorite vacationing spots over in Europe. Rassinen from Finland. Kern from the Czech Republic. Beaten to take the draw against Knuble. Knuble wins it over to the near side, picked up by Rassinen. He'll carry it ahead into the Youngstown zone. Crisscrosses over to Pitlick, took a shot. Glove save by Bassie, rebound by Knuble. Another save by Bassie, played out of the zone by Dobay. This will go for icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. Nice reactionary sequence there by Dominic Bassie, keeping the Phantoms ahead by 2. Muskegon had a really big push in the third period last night after they got within 1. See if the Phantoms can hold them off. As Beaton wins the draw to Dobay, but he can't clear. Now it does pop to Kern near the line. Dropped it back for Beaton. Had his stick lifted nicely by Edwards, but it's going to be taken away from him by Beaton again and out to center. Beaton into the zone. Play is ruled onside, but it's taken away now by Konovalov and played out to center for Gaffney. Drop back for Edwards. Crisscross lost the puck. Tied up by Larkin, cycled down into the corner for Gaffney. Far side boards. Digging for it is John Beaton against Gaffney and Edwards. Larkin there to help out. Puck still tied up along the wall. Funk trying to backhand it up the wall. Pups free into the slot. Picked up by Borshov, over to Beaton and out the center. Chipped into the zone by Jan Kern. Teammates changing behind him as Dunbar picks it up, throws it up the near wall for Kempf. Off those boards and to Gaffney. Up to the Youngstown line for Lissac. Spins away from Borshov, loses the puck to Ben Schoen. Floats it out to center. Trying to catch up to it is Ando. Ando couldn't get a stick on it as it's taken away by Gevin. Blows the tire behind the cage, and Ando's going to come away with the puck anyway. Tried to get it up to the point to Larkin, knocked away by Muskegon. No icing on this play. Borshov looking for an option, trying to play it away from Lissac. Floats it away behind the net, over to John Larkin. He gets tied up with Cameron Berg. Picking up the puck is Jake Swade. Turns and fires it in front of the net to Borshov. Quickly passed over to Schoen. Ben, center ice logo into the zone. Throws it between the legs of his man McCollum. Gets ridden off his line. Picked up by Lissac. Thrown toward the line. Kept in by Cassidy. But now it's going to be Berg getting it to the line, but kept in by Kuntar. Trevor couldn't dance around his man. It's picked up by Goosh, and he'll carry it ahead to center. Into the Youngstown zone. On his backhand, spins in the circle. Tried to throw one toward the cage. Hit a Youngstown stick. Deflected down low to Gallagher. Over to Alger. Spins away from the forecheck of Masalevich. Tried to pass it over to Gallagher. Masalevich got a stick on that. Galley coming in to support his man. Trickles in on Bassie. And Dom will throw the trapper on top of it, as going down in front of the cage was Matt Cassie as he got tied up with Masalevich. 11:36 left in the period. Phantoms lead 5-3. But I would be absolutely shocked if that's the final score of this game. Very entertaining hockey game here at the Cavelli Center tonight. Merrick to take the draw against Fillion. Merrick wins the draw back to Jensen, plays it off the glass and out the center. Looking for Felker, but taken by Rassinen and poked back ahead. They'll battle for it near the official's crease. Puck still tied up in the neutral zone. Coming free with it are the Jacks. It's Pitlick battling against Felker and Merrick. It's going to squirt free, at least momentarily, for Dobay. He'll knock it toward the Muskegon line, but it's picked up there by Fillion. He'll try to carry it ahead. Chips it past Josh DeLuca, taken by Jensen and thrown back out the center. DeLuca was looking for Merrick, taken away by Masalevich and brought back into the zone. Goes below the red line. Jensen and Masalevich battling for it, as is Pitlick. Dobay down there as well. Notice Jason sporting a chin protector on his mask now. Have to ask him about that after the game. Didn't see that on his mask last night. Loose puck on the near boards, picked up by Felker and sent out to center. Retreating with it, there is Dunbar. D over to Rassinen. He'll start to carry it ahead. Now drop it back for Dunbar one more time. Thrown far side for Pitlick. Into the zone. Floats one near corner off the wall to Fillion. Knocked off the puck by Dobay, regathers, plays it back to Pitlick. They'll run into each other, and the puck pops over to Jensen. He'll float it ahead for Josh DeLuca to carry into the neutral zone. Josh trying to force his way past Dunbar, pops back to DeLuca, throws it across the ice to Kuntar, who backhands it into the Muskegon end. Williams out of his net to set it up for Dunbar. Little trouble with the puck as he comes near side, now reverses his field and throws it through Rassinen to Gaffney, now back to Rassinen. He'll carry it ahead into the neutral zone. Behind him, for Dunbar, he'll throw it off the boards and into the zone. Bassey stops it behind the cage for Larkin. Banks it off the boards, trying to get it past Knubel, but it's taken away by Wendt. Knubel with it now, looking for an option. Backhands it back down the half wall to Wendt, knocked down by Larkin. Puck is loose, still loose in the far corner, taken by Merkulov out of the scrum. He'll carry it around the cage near side and bring it out to center. Red line, blue line, and in Merkulov, but just ahead of the play was Trevor Kuntar. Offside on the Phantoms. We have a timeout. 9:33 left in the third period. Phantoms lead 5-3. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Youngstown Phantoms hockey on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
In Mahoning County, many people need WRTA.
I need WRTA. I depend on it to get to work.
I need WRTA. I count on it to get to the doctor.
I need WRTA to get to the grocery store.
Imagine not having a car. How would you survive? 40% of riders are seniors or people with disabilities. We need WRTA. WRTA gives the Valley a lift.
Find routes, schedules, and more information at WRTAonline.com.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center, 9:33 left in the third period. Youngstown Phantoms lead the Muskegon Lumberjacks 5-3. Shots on goal 19-18 in favor of the Jacks. So Muskegon out shooting the Phantoms 2-0. Just past the halfway point of this third period. Neutral zone draw in front of the Muskegon bench. Beaten against Edwards, and Edwards wins the draw. Back to Gavin, D over to Kemp. Bobbles the puck, spins in his own end, drops it back to Gavin right in front of the net. Slipped over to Konovalov, now back across to Kemp. Official's crease, he will dump it into the Youngstown zone. Bassey stops it up, plays it to Gallagher in the far corner. Floated ahead to Beaton. He'll flip it ahead, looking for Garrett Dahm. Little trouble with the pass. He'll chip it back to Beaton. Beaton on his backhand, spins in the far corner, tried to drop it back, stolen away by Muskegon, off the glass and out to center. This one might go for icing if Gallagher can win the race. He will not, as Gushin hauls him down. No penalty on the play, however, as Alger plays it away from the Jacks. Kept in at the line by Dunbar. He'll carry it down into the corner. Dunbar around the cage, looking for an option. Threw it through the low slot. Nobody there for Muskegon as everybody had their sticks tied up. Raston, the defenseman, down below the red line on the play. Gets it over to Edwards. Behind him to Gushin, defended by Alger. Gushin had a pick, took a shot, man in front, knocked down Bassey. That was Tanner Edwards, and the referee blows the whistle. Alger got picked on the play up high. I think that was by Konovalov. Probably should have been an interference call on Muskegon. But as it is, the whistle blew as Bassey and Edwards got tangled up. So the faceoff will be in the Youngstown zone to the right of Bassey. Schoen to take the draw against Berg. Schoen wins the draw cleanly into the corner, picked up by Jensen, thrown off the glass and to the point, kept in momentarily by Dunbar, but now picked up by Schoen and thrown ahead for Jan Kern. He'll turn and smack it into the Muskegon zone, picked up by Rassinen, carries it around the cage far side and starts to break it ahead toward the neutral zone. Floated ahead for Pitlick, he'll turn and fire off the corner boards and it'll float near side for Lissac. Back down low looking for Berg, but taken away by Jan Kern. Over to Schoen and ahead to Ando. He'll carry it to center and throw it right to Dunbar. He'll retreat in his own end for it, up to Pitlick in the neutral zone now. Turns and drops it back for Dunbar, dances away from Ando, carries it into the zone, defended by Jensen now. Dunbar, the defenseman, throws one off the blocker of Bassey on the sharp angle shot. It bounces right to Ando. Tried to throw it near side, but that's picked off by the Jacks and thrown ahead. Trying to get it to Berg, but this will be icing on the Muskegon Lumberjacks. 7:43 left in the third period. Youngstown leads 5-3. Face-off back in the Muskegon zone. To the left of John Williams. Merkulov to take the draw against Berg. Merkulov wins the draw. Goes back to the point to Jensen. Feathered back down the wall looking for Kuntar, but it popped up in the air and went past him. Gevin picks it up and gets it to Berg. Thrown into open ice in the neutral zone. Borshoff tried to dummy the icing call, but this is going to trickle in on Bassey, and Dom will set it up for Borshoff. Turns and throws it off the end wall to Caleb Price. And ahead into the neutral zone now for Kuntar. Little trouble with the puck, lost it to Gaffney. Turns and fires ahead to Fillion. Down the right side, half wall, tried to make a pass, hit a phantom stick, bounced over to Cassidy, but kept in by Kemp, thrown to the end wall. Masalevich gets tied up with Borshoff. Both go down in the corner. Puck is loose, picked up by Price, floated near side for Kuntar. He'll poke it ahead as far as center. Cassidy couldn't catch up to it. It's taken by Muskegon and thrown back into the zone. Bouncing puck in the left circle, still loose in the slot, trying to stick it away is Kuntar, and it goes to Gaffney for a shot on Bassey, and he will make the save. No rebound with 6:50 left in the third period. Face off to the left of Bassey. It'll be Merrick to take the draw against Knubel. Knubel wins the draw forward right in on Bassey. He'll cover it up. Two seconds, tick off the clock. Knubel against Merrick again. Tie up off the draw, controlled by Muskegon, back to the point. It's Doctor, took a shot, blocker save by Bassey. DeLuca off the glass and out to center. Holding up at the line was Felker. Make sure he was onside, swept it around the boards. Doctor catches up to it in the near corner, comes up to the half wall where it's swept down ice by Muskegon. This might go for icing. Yes, it does make the red line, and Gallagher gets the touch. Face-off will be to the right of Williams. Funk, Kuntar, and Kern out. Face-off warning on Knubel. As Funk wins the draw back to Kuntar. Takes the shot. Williams makes a save. Beautiful execution by the Phantoms. Everything but the result. As Funk and Kuntar talk it over again. This draw, however, is won by Knubel. He'll carry it over to the wall, and they'll float it out to center for Gushin. Drop back for Rassin. He'll peel back into his own end with 6:15 remaining in the third period. Now he'll throw it across the ice for Wendt. Bobbled the puck, runs into Riley Funk, tied up in front of the Muskegon bench. Dunbar gets control of it, drops it back for Rassinen. Thrown back across the ice looking for Wendt. Pass was behind him. He'll play it off the near boards and retreat into his own end. Looking to start the breakout one more time. He'll float far side, trying to get past Kuntar, but turns the puck over to Gallagher. Played back out to center. Trevor can't get it past Rassinen. Funk comes in to help him out. Plays it off the glass and down the ice. This will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. So defensive zone draw upcoming for Youngstown with 5:44 left in the third period. Youngstown leads 5-3, shots on goal 21-19 in favor of Muskegon. Jacks have outshot the Phantoms 4-1 in this period. Funk to take the draw, this time against Edwards. Funk wins the draw over the wall to Alger, drop back in the corner for Gallagher, plays it off the glass and into the penalty box. But Youngstown will be allowed to make a line change because the puck did hit the glass. So Phantoms will bring out Cassidy, Jensen, Dobay, Schoen, and Swade as Brad Patterson is doing some line jumbling. Schoen to take the draw against Gaffney, and Schoen wins it. Drops it back for Jensen. He'll float near far side, throws it off the wall and ahead to Jake Swade at center. Swade down the right side, floats it to Schoen, but the pass was elevated. He couldn't take it. Cycled back down low for Swade, runs into a man, keeps control of the puck, cycles it down low for DeLuca. DeLuca trying to dance away from Gevin. Comes far side into the corner for Schoen. Schoen dances around a man, floats it back here toward net, drew a penalty. Schoen down in a heap in the slot right now as he took one up high. Thought it might have been a hook. It might end up being a high stick. We'll see if it'll be a 2 or a 4. 2-minute penalty for high sticking on number 24, Hank Kemp, one of the main penalty killers for these Muskegon Lumberjacks. So Phantoms heading back to the Britton Gallagher power play with 5:13 remaining in the third period. 1 for 1 tonight, and it was Schoen that got that marker. In fact, Schoen has 2 tonight. He's hunting for the hat trick. It'll be Kern to take the draw against Knubel. Knubel wins it cleanly, drops it back for Rassinen, but taken away behind the cage by Youngstown. Centering attempt, past Kern's stick out to Gallagher. Top of the circle, took a shot, missed the cage. Rebound, comes far side. Merkulov gets taken down, but he's able to float the puck down in the corner for Cassidy. Cassidy battles for it. Sent up the wall by Muskegon, but kept in by Kuntar. Over to Gallagher, to Merkulov, looking for Kern. Puck bounced over his stick, taken by Muskegon and cleared out the center. Gallagher takes it there, plays it over to Kuntar. Trevor carries it ahead, off the glass and to the end wall. First one to it is Dunbar. Gets tied up with Cassidy, sent up the near wall. Merkulov stops the clearing attempt and it's held at the line by Gallagher. Tried to fire one toward the cage, hit a Muskegon stick and flowed to the far corner. It did stay in play. Up the far half wall, Kuntar has it bounce over his stick, up to Gallagher, took another shot, that got blocked to the end wall by Fillion. Behind the cage, it's Cassidy. He gets hauled down by Raston. Kern has the puck. Over to Merkulov, center point for Gallagher. Back to Merkulov, side of the left circle. Center point for Gallagher. Less than a minute remaining in the Britton Gallagher power play. Kuntar to Merkulov, below the left dot. Takes the shot, Williams makes a save, rebound is loose. Merkulov has it behind the cage. And we have a whistle. As a couple of skaters get tied up at the side of the cage. I think that was Matt Cassidy and Tyler Dunbar. Waiting to see what exactly the whistle was for. I don't know if Williams had an equipment issue, maybe his mask. But there's 42 seconds left in the Britton Gallagher power play. Phantoms change up the power play unit. Beaton, Ando, and Schoen. Alger and Dobay on the back end. They're going to bring the faceoff over to the left of Williams. Be Schoen to take the draw against Pitlick. Pitlick won it, thrown around the wall by Muskegon, kept in by Dobay. Thrown far side for Alger. Trying to get away from Pitlick. Through Beaton, down low to Ando. Around to Schoen in the near corner. Less than 30 remaining in the Britton Gallagher power play. Ando back to Schoen in the near corner. Ben looking for an option. Defended by Doctor. Down low to Ando. Across to Beaton, wasn't in his wheelhouse. Center point for Dobé. Fakes the slapper. Over to Schoen. Pass bounced over his stick. Played to Ando. Loose below the red line. Taken by Gevin. Thrown up the wall and out to center. Bringing it ahead is Gushin. 2-on-1 developing. Gushin over to Pitlick. Back to Gushin. Pass was behind him. Couldn't pull the trigger on the 2-on-1. Beaton bringing it ahead. We're back to full strength. Into the zone. Beaton behind him to Ando. Played into the corner. Back to Beaton. Defended by McCollum. Ando down there trying to help out his centerman. Thrown up the wall to Gallagher. He'll turn and fire toward the net. Got blocked along the way. Coming to the far side. Schoen had his stick tied up. Couldn't play the puck. Knocked ahead by Muskegon to Gushin. Thrown over to Pitlick. He'll bring it into the zone. Hit by Gallagher. Loose puck sent out to center by Jensen. 2:45 remaining in the period. Phantoms lead by 2. Kempf. Far side was looking for McCollum out of his reach. Jensen plays the puck off the glass, off a stanchion, and out into the middle of the ice. Picked up there by Felker. Into the zone. Top of the circle, took a shot. It got blocked. Merrick after the loose puck, knocked it back to Felker. He gloves it down and sends it below the red line. Played by Muskegon. Gaffney to Kempf behind the cage. Around the wall over to Wendt. Defended by Felker. Kept in the zone on the forecheck. Felker forces it back down below the red line. 2:10 left in the period. Phantoms lead by 2. Muskegon bringing it ahead. Williams looking for the high sign to go to the bench. Picked up at center by Felker. Strips Berg of the puck and sends it right back into the zone. Phantoms go off for a line change. Williams plays it over to Dunbar. Near side was looking for McCollum, but stolen at center by Riley Funk. 1:50 left in the period. Funk trying to get it away from Maslevich. Plays it up to Kuntar. Cycled back down low. Around the wall, pinching in is John Larkin on his backhand. Chips it back below the red line of the Muskegon end. McCollum picks it up, sends it behind the net to Dunbar. Throws it off the near glass, but it hit a stanchion and bounced right back to Riley Funk. Stayed in the zone. 1:25 left in the period. Funk down low to Kuntar. They get tied up with Fillion below the red line. Dunbar pulls the puck out of traffic. Checked by Funk, but thrown up the near wall for Maslevich. He'll carry it ahead to the red line. Blue line and into the Youngstown zone. Checked off the puck by Borshov, thrown behind the cage as Williams goes to the bench for the extra attacker. It trickles in on net. Kuntar picks it up, throws it down the ice, misses the empty cage by 2 feet. And that will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms as Jake Gevin races down the ice for the whistle. 1:01 remaining in the third period. We'll see if Muskegon elects to use their timeout right here. Don't know if they want to, as the Phantoms have tired players on the ice. But I see the Jacks huddling, and so I think they are going to use their timeout with 1:01 remaining in the third period. Net is empty, down to my right, your left, as you're watching on Hockey TV and Armstrong Cable. Surprisingly, we haven't had a goal in this third period after getting 4 in each of the first 2 periods. Each side scored 2 in the first. Pitlick and Wendt for Muskegon. Daum and Schoen for Youngstown. And then in the second period, it was Borshov, Kuntar, and Schoen again for the Phantoms. And Gushin scoring for the Lumberjacks. And that's how we got our 5-3 score. Phantoms are 1 for 2 on the power play. Muskegon is 0 for 3. Eric Green started in the Muskegon net. He stopped 13 out of 18 shots. John Williams came in after the 5th Youngstown goal. That was with 6:11 remaining in the second period rather. And in 25:01 of action, Williams only had to face 2 shots. He stopped them both. Dominic Bassi has stopped 18 out of 21 Muskegon shots. 61 seconds remaining in regulation. Gaffney to take the draw against Merrick. Merrick wins it into the corner. Picked up by Gallagher and thrown down the ice. He's going to miss the empty cage. This will be icing again on the Phantoms. As Rassinen races down the ice. Oh, the clock is still running. I don't think anybody heard the whistle. I think they're going to need to put at least 4, if not 5 seconds back on this clock. Right now it reads 52 even. And they're going to put 5 full seconds back on the clock. 57.0 left in the second period. Phantoms lead by 2. Merrick against Knuble. As our timekeeper was faked out by linesman Brian Gorkoff on the draw, so we're going to put 57 back on the clock. Actually reached 57.4 right now as Knuble wins the draw forward, but it's picked up in the corner by Gallagher, played off the glass and out to center. Rassinen plays it over to Pitlick, who sweeps it into the zone. Bassey sets it up behind the cage for Gallagher, off the corner glass and out to center. No icing here as Gaffney retreats for the puck. 40 seconds remaining in regulation. Gaffney in the neutral zone, has the puck knocked off his stick by Kuntar, turns, fires, hits the post of the empty net. Rebound goes to Pitlick, and they rule icing. I don't think the puck ever went below the red line. 32.7 left in the third period. Referees are huddling at center ice. I don't think the puck ever went below the red line. And they're actually motioning that the faceoff is going to be down in the Muskegon end. John Williams is going to have to go back into the net. I mean, I would think even if the puck was going to be dropped at center, Williams would have to go back into the net. I thought that on an inadvertent icing whistle, the faceoff was supposed to come out to the neutral zone. I could be mistaken. But right now, Williams is back in the net with 32.7 left in the period after Trevor Kuntar hit the post of the empty net. And we had an inadvertent icing whistle. And that's why we have a face-off in the Muskegon zone. Merkulov to take the draw. One forward by Muskegon, kept in at the line momentarily by Youngstown, but now it's Fillion playing it ahead to Gushoff as back to the bench goes Williams with 24 seconds left in regulation. Gallagher to Merkulov to Funk, ahead to Ben Schoen. Tried to fire at the empty net, looking for the hat trick, but he got tripped up. Rassinen with the puck, 10 seconds left in regulation. Up ahead, played into the zone by Muskegon. Fillion, centering attempt, loose in the slot, thrown in a Bassey, it trickles in. Daniil Gushin with 2.9 seconds left in regulation gets Muskegon within a goal. But with 2.9 left, I don't know that it's going to matter. For Gushin, that'll be his 20th of the year. Williams back to the bench for the extra attacker. Puck is down, thrown in on Bassey. He scoops it up, and there's the buzzer. The Phantoms hold off the Muskegon Lumberjacks by the final score of 5-4. Final shots on goal, 22-20 in favor of the Muskegon Lumberjacks. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable.
Calling all Phantoms fans 12 and under. Sign up for Sparky's Kids Crew. For just $25, you get 10 game tickets, a Phantoms hat, a drawstring bag, discounts at the team shop, plus the opportunity to be a part of the fan tunnel during Friday night games and attend the special Kids Crew pickup party. Have your parents call 330-747-7825 to sign up today. That's 330-747-7825.
If you want to prevent or recover from an injury, learn how to safely push the bounds of your own limitations, or hone your performance for demanding physical activities, UPMC Sports Medicine can help. Their experts use cutting-edge science-based rehabilitation techniques to speed recovery and restore function while focusing on injury prevention, nutrition, conditioning, and activity-specific training for all ages and skill levels. Young or old, pro or amateur, UPMC Sports Medicine has the expertise, advanced technology, and services for athletes. UPMC Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of the Youngstown Phantoms.
Britton Gallagher has all the insurance coverage you and your family needs. Their experienced, passionate client team offers personalized recommendations and specialized protection best suited for you. Located in downtown Cleveland on East 9th Street, Britton Gallagher has provided risk management solutions for over 75 years. Whether it's your home, car, or any valuable possessions, Britton Gallagher delivers you the best insurance coverage. Visit BrittonGallagher.com for more information. Britton Gallagher, strategy, execution, service.
Warrior Warehouse is a one-of-a-kind fitness facility featuring a unique blend of both traditional and alternative fitness for enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're into conventional strength and cardio training or looking for a challenge that takes you outside the box, Warrior Warehouse is dedicated to helping you crush your goals, test your limits, and facilitate a new you. Come experience what you didn't realize you were looking for. Warrior Warehouse, where serious comes to play. Warrior Warehouse is the official off-ice training facility of the Youngstown Phantoms.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio, Hockey TV, and Armstrong Cable. Your final score here tonight, the Youngstown Phantoms down the Muskingham Lumberjacks by the score of 5-4. Rhett Pitlick got the Muskegon Lumberjacks on the board just a minute and 12 seconds into the game, his 13th goal of the year. Dylan Went and Cam Knuble with the assists, and the Jacks led 1-0. Phantoms tied it at 4:24. Second goal of the year by Garrett Dahm, Lyndon Alger, and Brad Merrick with the assists, and we were tied at 1. Jacks retook the lead at 10:05. It was Dylan Went with his 8th of the year, Daniil Gushin with the assist, and the Jacks took a 2-1 lead. Phantoms tied it at 13:33. Ben Schoen, his 3rd of the year. Yusaku Ando and Jake Swade getting the helpers on that one. We were knotted up at 2 at the first intermission. Phantoms scored the first 3 of the second period. It was Artem Borshov, his 5th of the year at 4:30. Georgi Merkulov and Trevor Kuntar getting the assists on that one. Phantoms led 3-2. They took a 4-2 lead on an unassisted goal by Trevor Kuntar at 10:48, his team leading 24th of the season. And then at 13:49 was Ben Schoen, his 2nd goal of the game. Power play goal for Schoner, Nikolai Jensen getting the lone helper on that. Phantoms led 5-2. Then Daniil Gushin gets a pair, one at 18:09 of the second, his 19th of the season. Christoph Fillion getting the assist. And then again at 19:57 of the third to cut the Phantoms lead to 5-4. His 20th of the season, no assists in the books for that one yet. The video review hasn't gone through, but that would be the final marker of the night as Gushin scored with 2.9 seconds left, extra attacker goal for the Jacks, but unable to get another one past Bassie with 2.9 seconds left, and Youngstown held on for the victory. Final shot tally, 22-20 in favor of Muskegon. They outshoot the Phantoms 5-2 in the third period. Youngstown power play was 1 for 2. Muskegon power play was 0 for 3. Dominic Bassie gets the win, improving his record to 12-11-3-0. Eric Green started and took the loss. He stopped 13 out of 18 in 33-49 of action. John Williams came on in relief and stopped 2 out of 2 in 25-11 of game action. Phantoms are going to head back to Iowa this weekend. They're going to take on the Waterloo Blackhawks on Friday night and then travel to the state capitol to take on the Des Moines Buccaneers on Saturday night. Puck drop Friday night scheduled for 8:05 Eastern. Puck drop Saturday night scheduled for 7:05 Eastern. Phantoms will return to the Cavelli Center on Wednesday, February 26th for the school day game against the Chicago Steel. Puck's going to drop at 7:30 a.m. Can't wait to see the raucous crowd of school kids here from the Mahoning Valley at the Cavelli Center. Always a great atmosphere here at the Cavelli Center on school day game. 3 stars of the game. Third star went to Artem Borshoff with his goal. Second star went to Trevor Kuntar with his goal and assist. And the first star with his pair of goals went to number 19, Ben Schoen. So again, we will be back here on the air at 10:15 on Wednesday, February 26th for the school day game. Hope you can join us. Great seats are still available. If you can't join us on the air, we'd love to have you at the Cavelli Center. Call 330-747-7825 for tickets. Or if you want to have your class, if you're a teacher, if you want to have them come out to the game, again, call the ticket office, 330-747-7825. For my engineer and producer here in the booth, Dave Ferris, my name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of your Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, the Youngstown Phantoms 5 and the Muskingham Lumberjacks 4. We'll see you here on February 26th. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.